Wait for the recording delay. Garbage time. I'm trying out a new intro. I'm not saying welcome back to Garbage Time because you guys have been here before. Garbage Time, Chooch, Cade Wells. You guys know the shtick. What's going on with you guys? Anything right now? It's a Friday. We usually don't do Fridays.
Yeah, pretty busy school week for me. Had a midterm and a half, kind of. Got two of them next week, so pretty horrible school wise. But it's been a good week overall, though. Like I'm in a good mood. Like I was never really in a bad mood or that stressed about anything. So life's pretty good.
Good. Not to leak anything, you did your first long form video this week, which is pretty exciting. That's pretty
Yeah, I
hype,
had a
bro.
lot of fun with that. I'm excited. I hope people like it. You know, hope people watch it. Don't really care if they don't, I guess, but it'd be nice if they do.
It would be nice. Yeah, we. I don't. Is it crazy ever like if you take yourself out of your body and look at you've been in school for like how long now?
I, I don't like talking about that, bro. I really don't. It's
Like you had
disgusting.
you had a grace period from 1 through 6, and then you just started ripping it, dude. You've had
Yeah,
midterms and exams since you were literally right out of Pampers. I don't know when you got potty trained, but
I'm sick of it, bro, but we just got to keep working, really.
Cade, what's up with you? No school. Me and you are done. We're done ski.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really going on this week. Applying to a bunch of places. So I've been substitute teaching at my old high school. I was giving them the lore of a couple of my roommates during my time at school, and I was like, they're like, "Oh, how do you like? Did you live on campus?" I was like, "Yeah, I did for a year." They're like, "How was it?" I was like, "Oh, it wasn't bad. Like, I did have to move dorms because I thought my roommate was gonna kill me." And they're like, that doesn't sound good."
That doesn't sound all right.
Yeah, I was like, "Nah, but it was all right." Like, yeah,
So you were telling the students?
yeah, because they were like, "Oh, did you live on campus?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did for a year. It wasn't that bad. Like, it was pretty good. I met a lot of people." But my first roommate did shave his legs till they bled and did like yell at me and curse me off and did try to wake me up every morning and did have schizophrenia. And my second roommate played video games till 4 a.m. But no, it's great.
I got blessed with some very good roommates during my time at Penn State. Chooch, would you say the same?
Yeah, absolutely. It was
All right,
great.
good.
Especially when we were five deep in Calder. That was a movie.
Yeah, no,
Like
that is
a horror movie. Like it wasn't good. For the most part, it was actually horrible, but like having each other was cool.
that's a PSA. If you're going into college right now and you have the chance to live with 5 people in a non-appropriate 5-person apartment, don't do it. Even though I had the good life, I had the 2-person bathroom and I had the 2-person room, so I'm not trying
You
to
were on
steal
easy
your.
mode, yeah. You were on
Yeah, I
easy
was
mode.
playing in easy mode. You kind of had hard mode. Moving on, got to talk about sports. That's what this show's about. A bunch of moves in the NFL. We'll start off with DJ Moore. And just to get my thoughts out really quickly, I don't think this is a needle mover at all. It feels as though Buffalo's just been patching instead of revamping, which they should have been doing, since it's clearly not working. DJ Moore getting traded to the Buffalo Bills for a second round pick, and Buffalo also returned a fifth. Obviously, I gave my thoughts. What do you guys think about the move? Is this? I know none of you guys are going to say this is needle moving, but what do you think?
I actually kind of think it is a little bit. Like the Bills haven't had a receiver since Diggs left. And like I think Moore still has Moore's still good. Obviously, yeah, he had a down year last year. I think he banged up at all last year for a little bit. That could be a
I don't
total
know.
lie. I don't know.
He usually
There was,
is.
yeah, but there was also a crowded room. Chicago was installing an offense for the first time. Like it was. I understand why he had a down year last year, but I still think he's really good, and I think he'll be good, obviously, with Josh Allen. And people were saying like they got what for DJ like a second. I think wide receivers are pretty undervalued on the trade market. Like yeah, you have your guys that will go for first rounders, but that's your top of the top. Like a second round pick for DJ Moore, I think it's perfectly fine. I like unless I'm missing something blatant in my eyes, I don't see anything wrong with the second round pick for him. Especially for the Bills they're still trying to as long as it's Josh Allen, your window's open. So like I don't see anything wrong with it.
We can't hear you, Chooch.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Good
no,
call.
it-
Good call. Good call. Good call.
good call. I saw the red on it.
I don't know if I'd define it as needle moving, but I like it. I mean, he's immediately their best perimeter weapon that they've had since Diggs left. And Allen's best success comes when he's throwing to his tight ends. But the Shakir-led offense for them, just the efficiency-wise, like all the numbers, it's just not nearly as explosive as the problem. There's not as many big plays cut off since when they had Diggs, and he was really able to stretch the field for them because his route running's so good. DJ Moore could stretch the field for you. I think the second round pick I think that is too much. I was a little bit shocked when that came out. I like Moore a lot, but he's not like as dynamic as he once was with the ball in his hands per se. I really think he's still one of the best deep threats in the league, but in terms of like taking screens and taking intermediate passes for extra yards after the catch, I don't think that's really his strongest part of his game anymore. But I still think
they don't need him to be with Shakir.
Yeah, exactly. And Shakir's great at doing the stuff underneath. I think it's a good move. I mean, he's immediately, I kind of said it. But he's immediately the best receiving talent that they have. I love Kincaid, and I still think there's another level to unlock there with him. But maybe I shouldn't think that. Maybe I'm just holding on to how I viewed him as a prospect coming out. But I mean, I think that's a good group of weapons with obviously the run game and Cook in the receiving game as well, and Kincaid and Shakir and Moore. Like, it's not a sorry offense anymore. Like people like to call it that over the last couple of years. The weapons aren't that bad now with Moore. And the biggest thing is they need edge rushing so bad and linebacker play, and now they could use their first round pick on something else that's not a receiver. And the receiver is probably going to be a reach anyways. So I like the move.
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest turnoff, and I think a lot of people's biggest turnoff with DJ Moore as of late, is you see him in that last playoff game. The last play of the game, you could blame on him. Like, it wasn't like it wasn't a good throw by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't a good decision, but he stopped running. And throughout the whole playoff run, I was like, people are forgetting that they still have DJ Moore. But I mean, in all reality, I don't know. I think that's why there's such a bad taste in my mouth. It does make the Bills better. I just thought Kincaid's always hurt. At least last season, he was always hurt. It really depends on how much you value Shakir. And I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch a ton of the Bills last year. I guess I watched the whole playoff run. But I don't know. I really don't know about this offense. Cook is obviously awesome.
You made a really good point about that last play being on Moore. He never comes back to the ball, and he never flattens off his routes. He loves just running as far as he can and hoping the ball gets over top. But, I mean, they have Shakir to do, like, the reliable receiver things. I think Moore is going to be more of a deep threat presence for them. Like, I think he's going to play in the Brandon Cooks role, and he's 10 times better than Brandon Cooks. So, and Brandon Cooks had some really good success towards the end of the year with them.
Yeah, I forgot Brandon Cooks was, like, still around, and he was making plays last year.
I mean, that last play of their season, a lot of people are saying that was a catch. Yeah. And it was Brandon Cooks that caught that. If it wasn't
I know. And that was a bad throw. But people don't want to hear that either.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel as though the Josh Allen discourse is back on he's the golden boy train. I don't know. I guess just because people haven't been talking about the NFL. So DJ Moore going to Buffalo. Probably the biggest move. I mean, the move that I know, Chooch, you were most hyped up about. You were talking about the most. Trent McDuffie moved to the Rams for a bunch of picks, including the 29th pick in this upcoming draft to the Chiefs. Obviously, the Rams had a great year last year. A lot of people had them as their Super Bowl favorite. And then, I mean, the Seahawks were just a buzzsaw. What do you guys think about this move?
Yeah, you're right. This is the biggest move. We're not going to get a bigger move of the offseason, in my opinion, because I want to look the odds up right now, but like that move makes the Rams the favorites for me. All they needed was perimeter stopper. The rest of their defense is pretty filled out, and they just struggled all year to stop guys out on the perimeter. I mean, they play Jackson twice a year. I ended up playing him 3 times. He smoked them every time, and it's just that was the biggest hole in their defense. They need more than one corner. I don't think corner's out of play for them with their first-round pick still because like it's really ugly group. In their secondary in general, they're playing Kobe Durant, who was their best corner. He's really a safety, and they had him playing down a corner the entire second half of the season last year. I mean, this was exactly what they needed. I'm going to look up the Super Bowl odds now, but that makes them the Super Bowl favorite in my opinion.
They're also running Forbes out there too, and he did enjoy like a little bit of a resurgence, but I don't know.
He definitely did towards the start of the year, and then the brakes kind of fell off because he's extremely physical and he started getting called for penalties.
He also weighs probably 95 pounds.
Yeah, it's also tough to be a big, long, physical corner when you are like a wet pool noodle.
Yeah.
Could I please find these odds? It's bothering me.
Yeah, I don't know. I obviously all to Chooch's point, and I think that's a good trade. I think that's pretty darn good value for the Rams, especially when you look at what the Colts gave up for Sauce. And like, I think there's an argument to be made. Yeah, Sauce is locked down, shut down, no one's thrown to him, but Sauce doesn't make turnovers happen. Like, Sauce isn't a game changer, and they still gave up like 2 firsts, 80 Mitchell. Like, they gave up a lot for Sauce.
I thought the value on the trade for McDuffie was good, and obviously the Chiefs weren't going to extend him, so that's why it kind of happened that way. But a first and a third, compared to, I mean, Sauce, it was what, 2 firsts, 80 Mitchell, a couple other picks as well. Like, that's a lot. Rams are the on-odds favorites to win the Super Bowl now at plus 750, and I agree. I think that they absolutely should be. They were so close to beating the Seahawks. I mean, they ended up winning one of those games, but they were so close to winning 3 times. Like, that was really the team that they needed to stop. McDuffie's so good to guard Jackson, too, because he plays inside and out. He's way better inside. So I thought the move was fantastic.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes sense for both sides in the terms of, like, I think that's, like, as good as you're going to get if you're the Chiefs. I think, like, the Sauce trade, I think, is you're not going to get that again. But just questioning kind of, like, if you're not going to pay your number one corner, like, where is that money going?
And it's like they just traded McDuffie. Like, how do you plan on replacing him? Because the corner room outside of him is horrible. Like, are they thinking about Delane or McCoy at 9? And then it's like, okay, well, you need a playmaker. So, I don't know. They have, I think they have more holes than they are ready to account for.
They, like, I mean, I'm just thinking really quick to it. I feel like they, outside of Chris Jones, they have not paid. They don't pay defensive players.
They paid Nick Bolton, which is really interesting because why are you paying the least valuable position on a defense and letting a guy that's an all-pro at 23 years old not walk. I mean, you got stuff for him, but I don't know.
Like, they let, obviously this is going back, they let, like, D Ford walk. They let another edge rusher, I forget, I'm blanking on his name, walk. Who?
Frank Clark.
Yeah, Frank Clark. They let Frank Clark walk. They let, who's the guy that's on the Niners now, the corner?
Oh, what is that guy's name? Shavarius Ward.
Yeah, they let Ward go. I think they let a safety or 2 go. Like, they just don't pay the defensive players outside of Ford or outside of Jones and your point, Bolton.
For the Rams, right? Is this move like we're all in on the next year or 2 of Stafford, like let him go out in the sunset, we're going for the championship? Is this also like, I mean, McDuffie's 29. Is this also like gearing up for after Stafford? Like, do you get, like, they're not going to go into a full rebuild after Stafford leaves, right? Like,
well, to your point, I think you made a mistake saying he's 29. I think he's like 24.
Oh, what I see then?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I mean,
he's 25. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was looking at another trade, but he's 25 then. So this is obviously a young, great player.
Yeah, well, nonetheless, it's like they've stated their claim in the past couple of years with some moves that they did. Obviously, the Stafford one being the most significant, but they're willing to mortgage picks when they think they could win right now. And as close as they were last year, yeah, Von Miller. They traded for a couple games of Von Miller in their Super Bowl run. Ended up winning. Like, they're not afraid to really attack, and I wish more teams would treat it that way. But I mean, it is really hard, right, to land on your feet after you make moves like that. The Rams have been nailing the draft, even late rounds, not having first picks. So, it's clearly a organization that trusts their scouting department. They make the right picks, and yeah, they won't have to do a full rebuild past. I mean, they have such a good young core of players. I mean, even just simplifying it, McDuffie versus Nakua, like that's a pretty good group of guys there. So
yeah, so I that's why it was interesting. I know they always do that, where it's like they're not afraid to go all in. Like they'll overpay. Not this isn't an overpay, but they'll overpay for guys that are going to help them in the immediate future. Any more thoughts on McDuffie?
No, but to your point, Wells, like I think they've only had one first round pick in like the last 7 years, and it was Verse. So it's like they drilled the one that they got.
Yeah, and I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe it's because the mix of Stafford and I like Nakua. Like I don't mind the Rams being this good. I don't know. There's some teams where it's like if the Eagles were doing this, and the Eagles obviously just won the Super Bowl, I'd be pissed off. But I'm cool with the Rams. I like the Rams. I like the culture they have over there. So.
I think it
don't
starts with
mind
McVay being such a likable dude. Because, I don't know, a lot of these championship-winning coaches, you can't really say the same. Not to, like, shoot a jab at the Eagles, but...
Yeah, it's
I
a
do
shame.
think the Goff Gurley rendition was more likable than this current one, though.
Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, I agree.
I like them
Although
too.
people hated them for that no call against the Saints, so maybe not.
Yeah, I mean...
That's not their fault.
It's not like they have control
it's
over
not
it.
their
Yeah, but they
fault.
still hated him. I don't know. Yeah, their players are all likable, too. I mean, who doesn't like Matt Stafford? I haven't really found anyone that doesn't
Devontae,
like
I
Matt
like
Stafford.
even with Devontae and the Jets, like I still like Devontae.
Yeah, I think everyone likes. I mean, I hated Devontae for years, but ever since he got off the Packers, I like Devontae. Nakua's kind of like
Yeah, he's been weird.
he was extremely likable. He's kind of going down
He's getting like
a
cringy.
different road. Yeah,
He's
it's weird.
he's hanging out with all these influencers. Like he's in not to take shots. I'm not going to see this, but like he'll go on stream with like Nick Naracina and Sarah Safari and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like I get he's
Neon.
trying to. And Neon, yeah, Neon and Aiden Ross. That was the worst thing ever. But we touched on that a couple months ago. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. They're the worst thing I've ever seen. Did you see Neon and Rakai get into it? Sorry, I'm a little unemployed at the moment.
I will not waste my words on Rakai on this podcast. bro. No way.
Bro,
Well, Puka was at
Yo,
the
did you
game with
see-
Overtime Megan.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
That's
he was at a
crazy.
game with Overtime Megan.
Bro, Rakai got his own Under Armour sneakers. I just saw a tweet before we got on here. It was like they cut Curry and gave his money to Rakai.
What was I about to say? I don't know. And you guys, I know you're probably not tapped into this, and sadly I am. I don't know what my For You page is. Bro, every like 2 months, Rakai gets in this beef with someone else in the house he lives in, and they just destroy each other's setups. It is the funniest thing ever. Like, they get in a real beef. Like, it might be like a fake beef, but it's a real beef. And they go and destroy each other's monitors. They're kicking each other's, like, PCs. Like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I guess it's good for content.
I believe it. Well, yeah, something's got to be working for him because I mean,
Yeah, I don't get any of those streamers. I don't understand it. None of it.
I don't,
Gaming
yeah.
streamers, I at least can understand like the entertainment of watching a video game, but them just like doing like it's literally just like the new TV, I guess, and I don't grasp it.
Me neither. Like, I don't know. Like, and I don't know why my For You page is full with it. Like Lacey gets mogged. Like, that comes up on my For You page, and I'm like, okay, man.
that's all. That stuff is all over your For You page.
I don't interact with it. I don't like any of them. That's what I'm, and I don't comment. I'm like W Lacey.
Are you
Like, I'm
sending
not.
it to people?
Yes,
All right, there you go. You're interacting with it.
we
Yeah,
actually
he loves
did.
it.
Like, I send it to people making fun of the people that are streaming, like Clavicular, and I don't want to go down that route. He's a clown.
That's a whole nother thing. I don't even want to talk about that.
He is. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either. Let's get back on course. Well, Nakua and Sarah Safari, if they're dating, that's cool. I like Sarah Safari.
Good for him. Yeah.
Who is Sarah Safari?
She's like a gym influencer. If you look her up, I don't know.
Nice.
She's
There's
part of the
nothing-
Bradley Martin tree.
She is. She's a Bradley Martin disciple. Like, it's. I don't know how else to describe her. She's always in the gym. She's freaking jacked.
She's in the Bradley Martin coaching tree. You said.
That's what Chooch said. Yeah, I don't know, but she is a gorgeous woman. We'll be moving on now.
Yeah, you're
David
gonna get yourself
Montgomery-
in trouble if you keep talking.
No, I don't do that. It's just I will never appreciate a beautiful woman.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say something, but never mind.
What is it bad?
Nah, it's just what Nico sent in the chat last night, but we don't have to get into what it was.
Okay, yeah, that's in the chat. That's the locker room talk. We'll go back into the NFL, I guess. David Montgomery traded to the Texans. Essentially, I wrote this down. Essentially, freeing him in breaking up the Lions duo because I think Monty's really good. And then the Texans also released Joe Mixon today. I saw that whole story is, I don't know whether to call it sad because I heard reports it's self-inflicted where like his injury, it's sad nonetheless. But what do you guys think about the Monty move? And then also we can talk about Joe Mixon a little bit. That situation's really weird.
Yeah, the Monty move is, I think, good for the Texans because they didn't really have a running back last year that could run the ball and pass block. Woody Marks was like a good pass pro guy, and Nick Chubb was actually pretty good running the ball for them last year, just by like an efficiency standpoint. But Monty's better than both of them at running the ball, and he's also one of the best pass protecting backs in the league. So I thought it was a good move for them. I'm worried about the Lions. That's kind of what I walk away with. Not just from that move, but Taylor Decker retired, or not retired.
Like
asked
demanded his release, right?
Yeah, demanded his release because they were far away on contract talks. So they lost their left tackle. Their interior O-line play was horrible last year, and their pass protecting back just left. Gibbs is awful in pass protection. And it's like everything that made this such a perfect scenario for Jared Goff to thrive in, which I think he needs like a really specific scenario, and it's just like crumbling. And they're still the favorites to win the NFC North, which I just think is insane after what the Bears did last year. And I don't know. I don't think I'm nearly as high on the Lions as everybody else right now. Their corners suck. I don't know, man. I'm a little intrigued.
Yeah. I mean, they get Scruggs back in the deal, and I think Scruggs is like a fine young interior guard. I think the Texans, though, kind of like they needed to make this move. Their running game was abysmal last year. I think they literally rushed for like under 10 yards in the playoff game against the Pats, at least. They needed to take some stress off Stroud, and I think it was the right move. I did kind of sit there being like that. I feel like that was kind of a good bit, though. Like they gave up what, a third, a fifth, and a decent young interior lineman. Like I thought that was a good bit for Montgomery, because like you never know how much miles he has in the tank, and like when he was the RB1, he was good, but it's not like he was like anything crazy. Which a third and a fifth is fine, I guess. I guess the player just kind of throws me off. In Scruggs also getting moved, but yeah, I don't know. I think the Lions are interesting because it does feel like their window is almost closing. I think Goff has 1 year left there. Like I think if they miss the playoffs again, he's definitely gone. I think he's gonna get rammed again like he did last time. But
I agree.
All right, really, dude. But don't make that face.
I didn't say anything.
You made a face.
That was childish, bro.
That's childish.
As in, like, when he was on the Rams.
Yeah. No,
he
it
got
was
out
clever
because he didn't fit the window. Like,
it was clever.
He's gonna get rammed again.
Nice.
Okay.
Jared Goff's getting rammed. Breaking news on
and I
Garbage
bet
Time.
you'd like that, Mr. Sarah Safari.
Okay, no. I can't say that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel as though Dave Montgomery, as much as I've known him, has just been like, he just gets beat up, like willingly. Like he's always been the back that's going to run through two guys and block till he's in the ground. So him being 28, that's also a concern. So yeah. I think that return is a lot too, to your point. And then Juice, I don't have much film on him. He's a Penn Stater though.
Yeah, he's a Penn Stater.
Yeah, he is.
My only other observation was obviously this was before they dropped Mixon, but they literally had just 4 of the same exact running back on the team. Like Woody Marks, Nick Chubb, Dave Montgomery, and Joe Mixon, I feel like are all the same runners. Like maybe Mixon is a little more finesse than the other 3, but they were just
got the same build too.
Yeah. And the Mixon thing's weird. Yeah, like what is it? He had like a foot injury or something, like, and then I don't know.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like, if it's actually like what I saw was rumored to be, like, I feel like I can't even talk about it because I don't even know what happened, and I don't want to come on here and spread some stuff that might not be true.
Yeah, well, what I saw, someone said in our group chat, so this is obviously disclaimer, not facts at all, but like, what was it, like a biking incident? The rumor, or like he was on a bike, or he was like surfing like some weird activity that he shouldn't have been doing, and he got hurt doing that.
I don't even know how it happened, but I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm going to not put a take on it because I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna take it as it's not, but I saw that he did something non-football activity, but he didn't want to bring it to the team doctors because then he wouldn't get paid or they could have avoided his contract or something like that. And he decided to go get his own medical doctors to deal with it. And like ended up having like 4 surgeries and none of it got better. And I don't know. That was what I saw.
That's so scary.
Unbelievably concerning. I don't know if it's real, so I'm just not going to comment on it.
I mean, everyone drafted him in fantasy. Like, there was no reports of him being like, maybe people knew he was hurt a little bit. Like, obviously the Texans had to disclose that, but nobody knew this would be like a season-long thing and be so weird. So honestly, a theory like that, I don't think is like out of the realm of possibility. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy nonetheless. Get better.
Situation.
Get better, Joe. Yeah, I mean that is crazy. Any more Monty talk?
No, I don't think so. Not for me. I'm excited to see him get more carries. I love watching him run.
Yeah. No, and what they call themselves? Sonic and Knuckles?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
It was pretty dope.
Shout out Nintendo. Jermaine Johnson heading to the Titans. Thoughts? I'm not gonna give one.
I think it's a good trade for the Jets.
I like it for the Jets. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, they obviously with Quinnen gone, especially they needed some defensive tackle help. Harrison Phillips was nice for us last year. Javon Briggs looks good, but they needed like a better guy. And Sweat is bigger. Obviously, he's going to be that run stopper. And I mean, Jermaine looked great before his Achilles injury, and then it just turned into a thing where now you're the Jets. And you have 2 guys that are not really game-changing pass rushers. Like McDonald can be, but he's not all the time. And Jermaine's just, I mean, maybe it would take a year or 2 for him to recover from that Achilles to fully get his jump back. But I mean, as an edge rusher, I feel like that's legit. Like probably the most important part of your body are your Achilles to get that jump and that whatever. But who knows? I think it's a good trade for the Jets. You don't have to give him a contract. You don't have to make that decision, and you improve a position in which you needed it. And I think defensive tackle is a bigger need than edge rusher. And then now you have the 2nd overall pick, where it seems the only pick is going to be an edge rusher. So
I also just like that it like kind of opens the door for them to take whatever pass rushing prospect they want on the edge, which because I'm just envisioning that that's what they do. But I see Reese. I think they're going to end up taking Reese with like a backside shot of. Man, that came out.
Yeah, no reaction to that, but you're giving a reaction for Ram.
I was doing research about our next topic.
With like an outside chance of it being David Bailey. But I just think both of those guys are like true stand-up edge rushers, and that's what Jermaine Johnson is too. Like I think he's going to get his best work standing up too. You kind of got to have one guy that could kind of play the run. Yeah. So I think Reese is going to be able to do that. If they take Bailey can't really play the run at all right now, but I'm not big on David Bailey. This isn't the time for that, but if they are to take him, which maybe they will, and I definitely think it was a good move.
Yeah, I'm not big on him either.
Okay.
You got it, bro.
I don't know. I want to feel included. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know much about anything going on with that move, so I'll leave it to you 2 experts about it. Any more Jermaine Johnson discourse?
I don't.
No, I mean, it is kind of a shame. I think
good player.
They had to trade him, but he was a guy, probably the only guy on the team right now. I mean, Garrett's very good too, but has just been very outspoken with like wanting to be here to turn it around and everything, and like Yeah, but then again, there was also last year where we had his moments where you're kind of walking away from it being like, dude, you're on the team. You have all done nothing but lose since you've been here. So shut your mouth about being like, oh, this, that, the other. Like, so while he was a big proponent, he also, I think, got frustrated, which rightfully so, but that's another topic. But yeah, I mean, who knows? That draft class for the Jets, right now it's just Garrett and Brees, and who knows? It feels like that's always teetering on the edge with Brees, even though they just franchise tagged him. But yeah,
Interesting. All
I
right.
love
Well,
Will McDonald, by the way. Side note. I'm not going to go into it more than that. I'm excited about Will McDonald, though. I thought he played pretty well.
yeah.
I guess we could move on from actual moves to hypothetical moves. Max Crosby, obviously, we've all heard the talk this offseason that he's going to get moved. The Raiders are kind of trending in a different direction than having someone as good as Max right now. I've seen reports that it's kind of like a 3-team race right now between the Rams, Bears, Cowboys. I want to hear where you guys think he's going to go. And then also, do you agree that it's a 3-team race, or do you think there's like an outside chance the Jaguars pop in or another squad, the Lions? I don't know.
I think I didn't even know about the top three, but one of those teams immediately came to mind. There's no reason why the Bears shouldn't be making that trade. Period.
Yeah.
Completely agree. If there's a team that I think should make that deal, it's the Bears, and I think they're the most likely landing spot as well.
Yeah, like that was pretty much their only glaring thing you heard last year was their lack of a pass rush. I think they got after Love a little bit in the second half of that playoff game, but it really wasn't there in the playoffs either. I don't know. Like Sweat is nice, but he's not. Max Crosby is a game changer. Like Max Crosby's going to win you games, and you're right there. I think that's the perfect piece to keep leveling up. Like it has to be the Bears. Now, what does that trade look like? I don't know, but I think he's. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to have to find some offensive line help elsewhere. But I would give up like two first rounders and another player or three, whatever. I don't know what the trade looks like, but I'd give up whatever it takes.
Yeah, I didn't see the Cowboys or Rams stuff, but just thinking about it, Cowboys makes a lot of sense, and I would support them if they wanted to make that move. It'd be weird just because it's like, why did you not just pay Micah Parsons? Which kind of makes me think like they wouldn't make that move right now.
Yeah, and they also just gave up a
get...
decent amount for Quinnen too.
Yeah, I don't think that move really makes a ton of sense. They still have 2 first rounders this year though, so I mean maybe. I think it'd be a great move just football wise for them, but Rams I didn't know that they were going to be in on that. Wouldn't surprise me, man. When good players are available, they like to get in on them. Eagles for me are definitely going to be in that conversation. Just because they're missing a pass rush. They have a really good secondary, and they just had like one weaker link corner last year the entire season, and fans were blowing up about it all year. It's like it's not that big of a deal to have like a average corner starter. The problem is they didn't really have that effective of a pass rush last year. So I would understand them going for Max Crosby. Saw something on Twitter saying that they would think about trading Jalen Carter in exchange in a Max Crosby deal, so they wouldn't have to give up as many picks. It'd be interesting. I like Jalen Carter as a player, but Max Crosby is definitely more valuable. I don't know, and they have good defensive tackle depth because Ajomo's pretty good, and he could barely get on the field for them. So I don't know.
What do you think?
The Bears are the play for sure. I think they should be all in on it, and they should give up really whatever it would take.
Yeah, they kind of freed up some cap space I saw with their center retiring, which I saw a video too. Like, in your guys' opinions, like, there's not, like, how many good centers are there out there? I saw a video where it's like the Bears kind of just got screwed because there's not, like, a bunch of A-tier centers.
Yeah, I think Dalton's the third highest paid center in the league. So
yeah, you can find them though. Like the Jets signed. Oh, this is brutal, man. It's on the tip of my tongue. He went to Ohio State, but they signed him last year. They moved Tippmann to guard for him. And like I thought he did fine all year long. Geez, man, why am I blanking on his name? But yeah, I think they can be found.
Every like football coach will
Josh
tell you,
Myers.
yeah, Josh Myers, yeah. Every football coach will tell you that center is like the most important position on the line. I feel like every like high school, you know what I mean? Because it's like you got to make calls and adjust your protections and stuff. But like in the NFL, it's just not true. Like they're the most expendable position by far. Garrett Bradbury was horrible for the Vikings, and we cut him last offseason, and he was the starting center on the Patriots, who just made the Super Bowl. Like those guys could go around. It's definitely nice that like Linderbaum's going to get paid a lot, and he made the Ravens so much better in their run game. Like it's nice to have an elite center, but there's really not many of them. One of them just got paid today, Biadish.
Biadish.
Yeah, from the Commanders, went to the Chargers, and they desperately needed a center. So that guy's pretty good too. He's probably one of the top 5 centers in the league.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like you don't even know. I mean, if you were asking me, I probably know the least centers starting for every team in the NFL if there was one position.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
a really good point, actually.
And it's like it's an important job, but they don't get paid the most. They don't get the most recognition because they're just like in modern run schemes, like they're just not as important. And in pass pro, they're pretty much just a double team guy. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a TikTok about that. Real last quick talk about Max Crosby, new team that's been emerging from the articles I just read and stuff. What do you guys think? Quick synopsis: Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I mean that's another team that like desperately needs pass rush, so it makes sense. It's another team that's also extremely win now. So yeah, if they should, I mean just like the Bears, I guess. I mean whatever it takes.
They traded Owe too, right?
Yeah, to the Chargers near the end of last year, and their whole D-line, man, is just brutal. Madubuike not playing football again is really just brutal for them.
Yeah, he hurt his neck, right? Or something serious to that effect.
I forget what it was, honestly, but it wasn't supposed to be like
that one guy
career-ending.
hurt his neck. The linebacker on the Browns, Owusu Karamoa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's done, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely in the like they're win now too, so that would make sense for them. Moving on, right? Still talking about the NFL. Starting quarterbacks, that's a big question pretty much every season. There's not a lot of seasons where it's like there's always going to be 4 to 5 spots that I feel as though are open or at least up in the air. So what we're going to do is who will be these franchises starting quarterbacks next year? Cade, we're going to start with the Jets.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. It certainly seems like they're kind of bottom dwelling. I keep seeing either Brissett, who honestly wasn't that bad for the Cardinals last year, but I keep seeing guys like Brissett. Like Geno's out there now, so who knows? So it certainly seems like they're going to be just a 1-year guy and not anything more than that. Basically, just a bridge to maybe the first overall pick next year. I saw a report that Reich still likes Wentz. I can't do that. So I'll say Brissett. I'll be fine with Brissett. And I wouldn't hate a year of Kyler's not going to come, but just getting us decent again. I think Kyler could have been capable of that. And I think even if Derek Carr comes out, I think I would be content with Derek Carr, just because I'm fine with watching winning football. Or draft a guy draft Aller, and if he sucks, you get the first overall pick. If he's good, he's good. But I think it'll probably be Jacoby Brissett.
Chooch.
I would like Brissett. I think that would be a good option. My favorite backup, maybe potential bridge guy in this class is Zach Wilson, ironically. But that's never going to be a thing, obviously, for the Jets. But I'm still not giving up on Zach Wilson. I think if he starts again, I thought he played decently well in some of those games with his last seasons with the Jets, and he sat behind in a McDaniel. He got the chance to learn the McDaniel offense. I'm excited for if he ever gets to play football again. Maybe I'll never see him on a starting field again. Who knows? I'm pushing Ty Simpson with this one though. I didn't really. His combine performance was good. I wasn't a big Simpson guy, but I've kind of been trending up on him. I also just think quarterbacks always naturally go higher. Like, would you be mad if the Jets burned a first-round pick on Ty Simpson?
I'm always going to talk myself into any quarterback they take. So I guess not. Like, but I don't know. I think like there's something there to like about him. 16 is tough though, but I guess it's different than, picking a guy in the top 5. But like if they really like him, then whatever. But I don't want them just to take, like, the Steelers took Kenny Pickett just to take a quarterback in the first round.
That's true.
I don't want the Jets to do that at 16. But if they really like Simpson and feel like then whatever, I'm fine with it.
I think the mix of, like, if this is like a horrible way to evaluate a quarterback, but I mean, it's a big thing in the NFL. Like, his best plays at Alabama, like, really tough throws, man. Like, he made some really good plays. I think there's good upside there, and I would be completely fine with them taking him at 16. And, like, maybe that's not as high as I view him. It's actually definitely not. But I don't think he's the worst first-round quarterback, like, ever. I view him kind of like where I had Bo Nix, and Bo Nix ended up panning out, like, decently well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Going super high in that draft, that surprised me.
Yeah, if Penix and Nix can rise up to both be pretty much, I think Nix ended up being a top 10 pick too, or 11 or something like that.
Yeah,
then like Simpson
11.
at 16, I can live with.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the highs with Ty Simpson. I think there's something there. So, I was never for it, and spoiler for like the mock draft video, like I ended up taking him there. I was never really about that beforehand, but I feel like it makes a lot of sense with how many picks they have. If he's bad, you literally just take another one next year. They have the liberty to burn picks, which you don't want to do. I'm not saying you make that pick expecting to burn a pick. That's not how I wanted to come out at all. But if he's bad, and they move on.
Yeah, that's kind of my take on pretty much any kid they're gonna draft. But I do think though there's an aspect of like if you're gonna draft a guy in the first round or two, then I think you do need to develop him a little bit. If he's not ready to go day one, then don't start him.
Yeah, agreed.
That's for sure. Don't just. I mean, I've been saying it. Don't just give up on these quarterbacks, man. It happens so much. There's so many of them roaming around in backup QB spots, and it sucks because there's only 32 starting spots, and then also too like some teams don't want to commit to a young guy because they just want a bridge quarterback. It's just don't just screw them over.
Yeah.
At least try. Yeah, I don't know. I saw Geno got released today. I think he's definitely going to be a starting quarterback. He didn't have a great year, obviously, with the Raiders. It didn't work out how it was supposed to, but I still think there was enough to see before that to kind of have him as a serviceable bridge. Next team up, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who is going to be their starting quarterback?
I'm going to be boring, but I think Rodgers isn't done yet, and I don't think he'd come back and play somewhere else, to be honest. I think he would come back and play for the Vikings, and apparently like that looked like it was going to make a lot of sense, but now with Murray and Geno entering the market, I don't think we're going to be interested even in Rodgers. But if I know Aaron Rodgers, like he's not just going to like announce that he retired on a Wednesday in March. Like he's going to want the farewell tour, and I think he's coming back for one more.
Ooh, I don't know. Like that kind of did feel like a farewell, though. And like, dude, that I have such a strong. I think out of any team in the NFL, I have the strongest opinion on the Steelers. Like that team is not going anywhere. It's the same team every year, and like Rodgers isn't changing that. So if I'm the Steelers, I wouldn't even want Rodgers back. Like I think a fun answer would be they like trade for Jameis or something like that, but that's just not a Steelers move. Who'd they hire again? McCarthy?
Yep.
All right, well, then Rodgers would make sense, actually. So I'll say Rodgers or, like, Geno.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just like with the McCarthy hire, he'll probably stay. I think if McCarthy wasn't hired and it was kind of like a new guy, he would be gone because they weren't even
Yeah.
close. Like that playoff game was one of the worst games I watched this season. Like,
And you
they
knew it
just-
was coming. You knew it was coming. And they were a missed field goal from not even making it, which like they shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, and Tyler Loop, he was a rookie, right, for the Ravens when he missed it, but like he was money all year, so it's like that was kind of an anomaly. So you guys both got them staying with the status quo. Rodgers. Next up, they just released Kyler Murray, the Arizona Cardinals. Who's going to be their starting quarterback next year?
This could definitely be Malik Willis, but I think there's two teams that I think are going to go really hard for Willis. I'm going to pick the other one because I think it'd be more fun and a better decision for him. So, I mean, given their head coach now is the Rams guy, right?
Yeah, LaFleur.
LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur.
Okay. I think
No, Mike
I think
LaFleur.
I think Tua is going to end up being the Cardinals quarterback next year because I don't think he's going to be back with the Dolphins, and I don't think they're looking for they're going to look for a guy that could be decent because they still have weapons that want the ball on offense, and you want to continue developing those guys. And I think if you keep Tua upright and healthy, he could definitely feed good players. He's accurate at the very least. Horrible decision maker, but you could deal with that. You're not going to be a good team next year anyways. And it just makes sense coaching-wise because
Same tree.
Tua's played a bunch. Yeah, McDaniel tree, which is part of the McVay, Shanahan tree. And just a guy that's kind of familiar with running a system like that. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like
didn't-
that pick a lot.
I kind of just made that up, but
That was
actually kinda
fantastic.
like
That
it.
was a great pick. And Tua gets to go out west too. Like, I don't know where he lives, but I'm assuming like he'd prefer to probably be out west.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
if you're
that
the
a lot. I'll say the same. Yeah.
if you're the Cardinals, you don't care. I mean, Tua might care, but you don't care if your guy goes out there and throws 20 picks. Like you're just looking for him to keep the ball moving and feed those young weapons. So I mean, I like that pick too. Next up, this one might be set depending on how you viewed his rookie year. The Cleveland Browns, are they rolling out Shadur? Deshaun's there, or do you think they're going to go in a different direction with their starting quarterback?
I don't think you can bring another guy into there. Like that. That is such a unless Monken wants like a different vet in there. That is just such an ugly quarterback room right now, and I think adding to it just hurts you. But it just depends on what Monken thinks he can do with either one of those guys. Like, I wish they would just come out and say if Deshaun's just gonna ever play for them again. Because
Yeah.
but they won't. I don't know. I don't think they add anybody.
This is, I mean, if he gets past the Jets, I wouldn't be surprised if they took Simpson. Just because they're probably taking a tackle or a receiver at the top. Maybe you just fire a shot at another quarterback. You have control of all of your picks the next couple of years. That wouldn't really surprise me because the talent level in that room is just so decrepit right now. I'm saying either Sanders or Predator Watson. I mean, you kind of just have to like group them together. Like, is that cheating for me to say? Like, I don't know. No, that I feel like that is cheating. Actually, I'm gonna say Sanders because I don't think we gotta let Watson go, man.
Yeah.
It might be the perfect timing for him to make his mark in the NFL.
Wow.
I didn't hate that one that much. I'm not gonna lie.
You usually hate them.
That kind of worked for me. Yeah.
Real quick, really relevant to our whole little offensive lineman talk earlier. The Bears are getting Garrett Bradbury for a 5th-round pick.
Do what you want to do, man. He got his ass blown up in the Super Bowl too. He's just not that good, but they need a center, man. He's a starting quality center. I'll give him that.
That is pretty funny that we were just talking about him
Yeah.
for a 5th rounder.
20 minutes ago.
Okay, next up, Miami Dolphins. So you just said Tua is going to be going to the Cardinals in this hypothetical. Who is going to
This
be
is the
their
Willis
starting
team.
quarterback?
This is where I want Willis. This is where I'm going to have him going. I hope, man. I think it'd be really fun. I think Malik Willis is going to be quite good. Not like a superstar, but I think he's got really good starting quarterback potential. I mean, every game that he played in last year, he looked pretty damn good. So I think he fits super well out there with that Dolphins offense. I mean, with Waddle, wouldn't be surprised if they draft a playmaker alongside Waddle. But Achane, Waddle, give me Malik Willis. Like, that's fun, man. I think that's a fun offense at the very least. The run game was awesome last year. How much of that was McDaniel? Like, probably a lot because their line's not very good at all. But I think Malik Willis would have fun out there. I could just see him in a Dolphins jersey, man. I don't know. I just think it looks right.
And they got Slowick out there too, which could make sense.
I also like Bobby Slowick. I couldn't believe that the Texans got rid of him that fast.
Yeah.
Probably not the best decision looking back at it.
You don't have to give, if you only have thoughts, Cade, you don't have to give a definitive.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like Chooch's answer there too. Like, I don't hate that. Because, dude, you have to, like, think about, like, it's, like, Miami's not going to go and sign a Geno or anybody else. Like, they still have pieces on that team to stay competitive, and I think Willis kind of resets a window for them to, if he's good this year, to kind of maybe do something in 2 to 3 years.
They ended up winning 8 games last year, and, like, it felt like a horrible season. Like, it wasn't that far off. Like, if you get Willis in there, a guy that could actually play, like, I actually, like, don't hate Quinn Ewers, but, like, you were starting, 6th or 7th round rookie for, like, 5 games? At what?
I think he's okay. I'm sorry. I think he somehow said 6 or 6, 7 every episode I've been on.
I actually do.
You literally have. You're meme farming.
It's bad. I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise.
We're also just assuming Malik Willis is good now, which could totally not be the case.
That's very true. It's very true.
All right,
That
so
money's going to be big. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, that's we could be Brock Osweiler.
Correct.
Correct. Let's go, Malik Willis. What do you mean I'm wild? I didn't even say anything. I said correct.
Just read the script, bro. Just read the script.
Okay, yeah. I'm going off the dome with this shit. I didn't write nothing down. Next team up, the Indianapolis Colts. Right? A lot of questions going on. They said that Richardson could look for a trade if he wants, which is really interesting. Maybe he ends up in one of these spots that we're talking about. DJ, obviously, I think, what they give him? A weird tag I saw? It wasn't like a franchise tag. It was like a clause-dependent tag. I don't know.
Did he get a non-exclusive?
Yeah, maybe that was
a transition tag, maybe?
Yeah, transactional, transition, something. I've never seen it.
Transition tag.
A thing.
Yeah, he
forget
got
what
a
it means.
transition
I'm
tag.
not going to lie.
It basically, but dude, they're paying him like a lot of money.
Yeah, they are. So who is their starting quarterback day one next year?
I think this one would be a good spot. Like, the Giants, for some reason, are just sitting on like 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place for Jameis.
I like that. I could see that for sure.
Like, why not if you're the Colts? Like, you went kind of all in on this year, trading for Sauce or trading in the future. Like, Jameis is competent, at least. Like, he'll provide some solid football, keep you in games. I don't know. Why not Jameis?
I definitely think that's a fun pick. I think it's a good idea, too. Jameis plays starter quality football, like maybe lower end, but like he could win games with not great rosters. I mean, the Colts have a pretty good offense. So I think he'd have fun out there. I think they'd play pretty well under him. I'm going to say Anthony Richardson. I don't know how ridiculous that is. I understand they're letting him look for a trade. And part of me would be surprised, I guess, if like another team isn't willing to trade for him. But if I'm the Colts, like, I'm not trading off of him for nothing. Like, I would have to be something like I'm kind of excited about. Like, it's not going to be below the 3rd round. I'd maybe consider a 3rd round. I would want a 2nd round pick for him. He's 23 years old. he's had some good starts in the NFL. Like, they won games with him. He's had a lot of bad ones, but still, the development stuff is still there. But at the same time, the reason that I would say Anthony Richardson is, like, if I'm his agent and I know that Daniel Jones isn't going to be ready for week 1, are they really going to bring in another guy and start another person over Anthony Richardson, this project they've been working on for 2 years, knows the offense? Like, I just don't think that makes a ton of sense. Like, you draft him for a reason. You think he's talented. I understand maybe their relationship's a little bit severed right now, but, like, if Daniel Jones is ready to go week 1, are they going to start Riley Leonard over him? I don't think so.
I agree with that, but I think the decision to tell him to go look for trades kind of tells me that, like, they're not looking for him to be their starter. Because if the whole idea of that is, like, go look for a trade to be a starter elsewhere, that's kind of what I got from it.
I definitely understand that. My thing is, if he's not going to get – I don't think he's getting traded anywhere to be a starter. Like, I think that's out the window right now. And it's like, hey, if DJ's not going to be ready for the start of the year, you get a 6-game sample size. I don't care how good you play and they put you back on the bench. Just give teams 6 games to look at. And then maybe you'll go be a starter next year. Like, I just think that's the best move for him right now.
Yeah. It also doesn't make much sense, I guess, to your point. Like, if you want a lot, you're not going to get a lot because you're not putting him on the field.
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to get an offer that is worth the prospect that is Anthony Richardson. So I don't think he's going to get moved just yet.
So you're saying it would make sense for both sides for him to start the season, play 4, 5, 6 games just because his value could go up, and then also he could, because right now you just said he's not getting traded to be a starter, so he could play himself into being a starter next year. Like, not this upcoming year, the next year after that.
Yeah, and it's like you just put a tag on Daniel Jones. Like, sure, like the plan could be no matter how good Anthony Richardson plays in these first however many games, Daniel's going to be the starter when he comes back. Okay, sure. You only got Daniel till the end of the season anyways. You tagged him. So maybe you're not as convinced in a bad playoff loss that Jones is the guy. Okay, you have a 24-year-old quarterback that looked great in these 6 games. And obviously this is all a hypothetical scenario, but looked great early on in the season. Like, let's give it a ride. So, yeah. I don't know. I just think it makes sense for now.
I'm with it. Didn't he do the Darren Peterson? Didn't he sub himself out of a game? Am I making that up?
Yeah, he did do that.
He's too tired, yeah.
That is pretty redonkulous.
There's a whole nother thing to talk about on Richardson too, but
yeah,
I feel you. Next up, last team that I have written down. We could obviously do a couple more if we wanted to. Chooch, we did the Jets first. We're doing the Vikings last. Who is going to be Minnesota Vikings starting quarterback next year?
It seems like there's a little bit of like a conflict of interest because a Jets reporter,
Connor Hughes,
tweeted out today that like it's expected that Kyler's going to be a Viking, but there's like reports from Vikings reporters saying that they'd probably prefer Geno, which I don't really think I'd agree with, but I'd be excited to have my hands on either of them. I still think Geno, I still think there's a lot there. Dude, he was really good with Seattle, like really good, and I'm not really ready to let go of that, considering he just played on like one of the worst teams my eyeballs ever had to watch. So, I don't know. I just think Kyler makes too much sense. I don't know why they would sign Geno when they could get Kyler. Like, I still like Geno's game. I think he can push the ball downfield. He's accurate, and he's good in muddied pockets, which the Vikings never have a fucking clean pocket, like, ever. So, I don't know. I'm going to say Kyler. And I'd be excited about Geno too, like a little bit. But if we were able to get Kyler and we wouldn't have to pay his salary this year, like that's super exciting. And it seems like Kyler wants to be here. I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania, but Minnesota.
Yeah, I think that there's a little more than just like the action itself in this. I'm sure that there's also the thing going on in Minnesota where you can either like, do they want to accept that they might have effed up with this whole J.J. Darnold thing and move on that fast from it? Or do they kind of want to make sure that J.J. isn't the guy? I think if they got and signed Geno, then that would almost be kind of seeing out the whole McCarthy process, because you can say, all right, in good faith, we can honestly have like an open, no bias quarterback competition. And if JJ wins it, then he wins it. And if he plays bad, we can go right to Geno, is not going to be a drop off like it was with Brosmer or Wentz. And if Geno wins it, then you're like, okay, like JJ isn't the guy. Whereas Kyler, I think if you bring Kyler in, then I think the JJ thing's already done. As much as you want to say, oh, well, he can sit behind Kyler, and if Kyler doesn't work out in a year or two, then, like, I don't know. I just don't think that's the NFL this day, is to have JJ sit again. So I don't know. I mean, that's my thought. I don't really have an answer here for it. I think I would lean towards maybe going Geno just to keep your options open, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess by the two answers that I brought to the table, everything seems like they're just not, like, it's not going to be McCarthy this year. Like, that's seems like it's pretty decided. I want to be very clear. I think if that was it for JJ McCarthy, I think that's completely unfair to him. Like, it was 9 games. Like, I think you need at least a season and a half to truly evaluate if a quarterback's good enough or not. He had some really low lows last year, but he also played great in, like, the Cowboys game, a couple of the games at the end. He played great in the first Lions game. He swept the Lions. Like, I don't know. I think giving up on him right now would absolutely be giving up on him too early. But the problem is they need to stop being scared of, like, making the wrong decision and letting go of McCarthy too early, or you can't be scared. My thing is, if it's Kyler, it's going to be a 1-year deal, because the best part about us signing him is we won't have to pay his salary anyways for the first year. So it's a 1-year deal for Kyler. I think that makes the most sense. But you got to come in with a plan. Like, this can't be like Darnold again, where it was like, okay, we'll bring in this guy. If he could play and he does well, like, that's great, but we'll have McCarthy to go to if we need. Like, you need to be decisive about it at the end. If Kyler plays well, man, you can't let another guy run again. You can't. It's like, this team doesn't have the timetable to wait. So I think it's going to be Murray. I think if Kyler's not great, or if he's injured, or if there's any doubts about Murray, then I just think either way it's going to be a 1-year bridge situation, unless a guy comes in and has like a Darnold thing. If someone does that again, there's no way we're letting him walk out the door again. That would be insane.
Yeah.
So I still think McCarthy's in the team's plans as of right now.
Did they hire a GM yet?
Exciting. No, they have this Rob Long B last name, who's been with the organization for 27 years. He was an assistant GM for like the last 8. It feels like they're just going to make him the GM, which I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah.
He seems like he knows what he's doing. I don't want another adventurous GM hire like we did with Wall Street Quezzy, who I like a lot, but I don't know. Just give me a football guy, please.
To kind of round out this segment, do you think that it's safe to say Kyler's the most interesting QB that would be under KOC in this Vikings regime? Like, the most interesting when it comes to skill set and what you think KOC could unlock from him? Because there was Kirk and then there was Darnold, where it's like, in JJ, you know what these guys are. Like, you don't know exactly what JJ is yet, but you kind of know what you want to do with all these guys. With Kyler, I feel as though there's a lot of options. Like, do you think, like, are you really excited for that?
I am really excited about, if we were to get Kyler, I'd be really excited about it. I think you got to talk about Darnold too when you talk about talent, but like, Darnold was super talented. But I think Kyler's a little bit of a different level, number 1 overall pick, mobility, athleticism, which we've never had a quarterback that we could design a run play for besides Dobbs for like 3 weeks, and it was awesome. Like, he was our best rusher for those 3 weeks. So I think it's going to unlock another side of KOC's creativity. That'd be really cool. Overall, I just think he'd be him and Darnold, but I think Kyler's a little bit more talented. Darnold has like the frame and everything, and he's a big guy, and like that's his superpower. But I don't know, man. Kyler's a really special talent. Is he the best? No, I wouldn't really necessarily say Darnold is definitely not the best. Neither of them were when they walked in the building. I think Kirk was just the perfect match for our system. But there was a ceiling with Kirk Cousins. Like, Darnold kind of showed that he could exceed that at times. I think Murray has a higher ceiling than any of them. It'd definitely be exciting, but I wouldn't get my hopes up that he's going to be around for a long term unless we sign him to a long-term deal immediately.
And then to cap it off, if the Jets are bad next year, then sorry, Chooch, I really hope the Vikings are just as bad because I want KOC so bad.
Yeah, no, hey man, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
I want him so bad.
This is definitely it. Like, if we're bad or we don't live up to standards again, I think they're going to move off of them, which would be a generational mistake. But we do that quite often. So I'm not even like, it's funny. I'm not even trying to be like, they're just a disaster of a franchise.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much, I think I hit all the teams that were kind of in the market. Is there any other teams? I mean, we've been doing this for a while. Is there any other teams that you guys wanted to hear or like wanted to give your take on?
Not really. So. I didn't get Geno a starting spot just because, like, he'll be a starter somewhere, though. I would be surprised if he's not.
There's also a couple fringe ones that I kept off the list, like fringe teams where I could see them rotating to a guy like Geno. So I think we hit most of the marks with that, though. And concluding the NFL, I mean, the NFL took up our entire show, basically. The NHL deadline ended, like, literally an hour ago. Cade, you're our go-to hockey guy. Chooch, you know some stuff. Just break it down. Give our hockey followers some love.
Yeah, well, the first point I wanted to make is something happened in the last 2 to 3 years in the NHL where prices have gone absolutely berserk at the deadline. The last 2 years have been ridiculous sellers market. Like, we are talking guys that have 10 points. I don't care if they provide a good defensive spark on the third or fourth line. Those guys are being traded for like first-round picks, which is actually unbelievable to me. It's atrocious. So there's a lot going on out there. I think the top guys on the market, none of them got traded because none of the asking prices were being met. I think a big thing to look at was the Blues, and the Blues moved Justin Falk to the Red Wings for a first and a third. They moved Braden Shen to the Islanders for a first and a third and like 2 players. If they were getting a first and a third for Falk and Shen, Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou, they had to have been asking for multiple firsts and a top prospect. And no one's gonna give that up because, yeah, the Blues are bad, but Thomas and Kyrou are having down years. They're both on bigger deals. Like, I think these teams have to look out for themselves. I know a lot of people, as an Islander fan, a lot of Islander fans were frustrated because they weren't getting a top guy on the market, but like the top guys on the market, they're asking for too much, but like it was kind of like a hard balance because you're not happy with what you're giving up for a guy that's a second or a third liner, but you also don't want to be giving up the farm for a top guy on the market who realistically is just a second liner at best anyway. So my main thought there was just really how ridiculous the prices are now. And then also, I mean, the Capitals selling John Carlson, they sold off Dowd, who apparently was a big locker room guy, and they're like literally a point or two out of the playoffs still. So clearly they're looking for a retooling. And yeah, I mean, just back to the prices, Jason Dickinson, Colton Dock, 2 guys that I think have 20 points combined, got traded for a first. 40-year-old Corey Perry got a second. Like, the prices are just insane, and I don't think any team is really happy with their deadline. If you were a buyer, if you were a seller, you might be happy if you're like a Blues, but you're probably also not happy because you didn't get off of Kyrou and Thomas, but it's not like you had to because they're both good players. So if you were a buyer, you weren't going to be happy this deadline.
That's interesting. So I mean, you just said it. So there were no teams this deadline that really like took that next jump. Like there were no teams that really did that.
I don't really think so. Like the Avs got Kadri again, and that obviously is going to elevate them, but they're also already the best team in the league. So I think that they could afford to make a move like that. They give up a first and a second. But everything else I saw was really just depth. Like the Kings traded for Panarin, but that was before the Olympic break. And they're playing kind of weak. They lost Fiala in the Olympics, so that kind of staggered their jump. I really don't think any team won the deadline as a buyer. Like I think everyone is still kind of stacking up the same. I think the Islanders got a little bit better with Braden Shen, but I don't think that separates them from the pack they're in right now. Red Wings added some defensive help. Like, that was good for them. I did like what the Kraken traded for this guy, Bobby McCann, on the Maple Leafs. He's a 20-goal scorer. I did like that trade for them. I think they got him for like a second or a third. But, yeah, I don't really think any team separated themselves.
And then adding on to that, since, I mean, we don't do much hockey on the show, I see the Avalanche are the betting favorites. Who is the best team in hockey? Like, is it the Avalanche? They're the betting favorites for the Stanley Cup right now.
Yeah, it's the Avalanche. I mean, I think the biggest knock on the Avs the past couple of years is their defense can lack occasionally, and there's a question at goaltending, but Blackwood and Wedgwood are both playing really well in goal. Their defense, it's fine, it's good, and I mean, their offense is just ridiculous. So I think they're the best team. Although the Stars are like 10-0 in their last 10. The Central, I did a video on it another day of how like the playoff system is just so messed up that the Stars, Avalanche, and Wild are three really good teams. And if you had asked me, I would say those are probably my top three to win the Stanley Cup. And there's only going to be one of them standing in past the second round because of how the stupid playoff format is.
That is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you broke it down. And I like knowing in each sport who the favorite is or who the best is, even if I'm not tapped in. So I did see the Avalanche. Do you have a dark horse Stanley Cup winner? Because you just said that after the second round, three of the best teams, two of them are going to be gone, in your opinion. Is there like a dark horse team you think could win it all if everything goes right?
Yeah, I think though not really anything out of the West, because like I said, those three teams are at the top, and the other division in the Western Conference, only one of them, if you combine overtime losses and regulation losses, only one of those teams is above 500. So I think my dark horse team's probably coming out of the East, and like I kind of really like Columbus is really hot right now, but they're not going on a run. I like Detroit. Like, I think that they have some good scoring. I think their depth scoring could probably use some work. But they have a goalie in John Gibson, who he gets hot, can definitely carry a team. And the East, I think, as well as the Lightning have played, and as well as like the Hurricanes are kind of just coasting right now. But I think if I had to go with like a true dark horse, it'd be the Red Wings, because they've fallen off a little bit here in the middle of the year. But I think that they'll be primed to ramp back up. The Sabres are fun. They're about to make the playoffs probably for the first time in like 15 years. But I really wouldn't call them maybe a dark horse, because I think they're like the 2 seed in the East right now. So I'll go Detroit.
They might be getting 2 championships this year, if you're going to say you're dark horse there.
Pistons aren't winning.
I don't know. It's like I think they lost last night to the Spurs. I said this to well before I get into that, Chooch, do you have any hockey takes? I don't know if you were tapped in at all.
No. Oilers traded for a pair of Blackhawks. I heard both of them are really good at penalty killing, which, I mean, they need that. So that's exciting. They traded Dickinson's a center, and I was originally like, okay, we have like three of our 5 best players are centers. But apparently he's a defensive guy. I'm interested throwing a defensive center in the mix on like a line with like Drat. I got to see how they use him realistically, but I heard Murphy's good at penalty killing, and he's more of like a traditional defenseman.
Yeah, Murphy.
Which they just need a guy like that. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. Dickinson, I don't know as much about, so I feel like I shouldn't comment about it. I'm intrigued by the idea of him being one of the best front defensemen in the NFL. Front center, that just came out wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that they're making moves to win now, I guess, because like, I mean, fuck a first round pick, dude. We got McDavid, Draisaitl, like we just made the finals twice, like let's go. Yeah,
I actually just did a video. I didn't release it because I just didn't get the timing right, but I'll put it out next week, as if anybody cares. That I actually think the Oilers have kind of totally screwed the pooch, and the fact that they're just sitting on this goaltending they have, they're not going anywhere. Like, I think the fact that they got to the past 2 cups with Skinner and Picard as their goalies is kind of crazy. Yeah. Tristan Jarry literally has a .860 goal save percentage.
It's just horrible.
The fact that they have not ever made a move for a goalie is insane. And I mean, but maybe they have been, and teams know how much they need it, so they're just driving the price up. But like, I don't know. And there's been a lot of goalies move. I made the point in the video, but I don't know.
It's not even just that. It's just like they've completely bought into like this core with like Bouchard and Nurse, and it's like these guys look to score more than they look to play defense, and you're pairing them with like these group of goalies that are horrible just consistently year in year out. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I'm not the biggest hockey guy, but like just the way that they run their scheme of just trying to score 7 goals and win has just never made sense to me ever since I decided I was going to be a fan.
All right, I'm glad we got some hockey talk in. I can't contribute to that, but maybe I will next season. I say that every year. I'm a Toronto fan.
Well, watch. Oh, well, they're brutal this year, Wells. It's ugly up there.
I don't know why, but I designated them. I think I liked Austin Matthews, so I was like, okay, I'm a.
Yeah. Well, they're not liking him up there, but.
What'd you say?
They're not liking him up there right now. You should tune in for the playoffs, dude. It was so easy to tap in for the playoffs when you were at college, dude. That was awesome. Going to like Pickles and the bay is open, the doors are open, and there's like every playoff game is on. Dude, I miss it so
Watching
much.
the Oilers at Pickles was a really fun time.
Yeah, dude. Like you weren't beating that. It was so easy to get tapped into playoff hockey when you're at school.
It was, and I did watch playoff hockey. I watched it with you guys, and it was fast paced, and you guys made the claim that it's one of the best playoffs, if not the best playoff, and I completely, just shitted on you guys basically. And then I watched it, and I was like, okay, this is pretty elite. Even though
it's undeniable. It really is. Playoff hockey is so fun. It
is really fun. Maybe I'll be tuned. It's just harder. It was so easy with you guys being there, and I have passionate people next to me who could actually tell me what's going on. It's so hard for me to sit in my living room and justify watching the playoff hockey on a Wednesday night because I'd rather watch anything NBA and what I mean?
I guess that's true. Playoff basketball is also on.
So
that's what I mean. The Sixers and Oilers overlap a lot, so it's like.
What are you going to pick?
It's tough to really be the biggest Oilers fan in the world. But when the Spurs were 50-balling us the other night, I went and turned on the Oilers. It was 2-2, went down 4-2 in literally 3 minutes of me watching. But they ended up coming back and winning 5-4 in overtime, so that was cool, I guess.
Yeah, so, maybe I'll tap in this year. We'll have to see. We're not going to talk about a lot about the NBA because, there's nothing going on, really. We kind of talked about it last week. I did want to say, though, I was watching. So I've just been really into I've been watching Zach Lowe. Really want to become one of those guys that watches every NBA game, so that's what I've been doing. I'll watch Pelicans, Wizards. I'll subject myself to that. But last night I was watching Pistons, Spurs, and it wasn't necessarily a close game all the way throughout. That would be a fun finals, man. Just seeing the Spurs and how they've come onto the scene, not out of nowhere because they got Wemby, but it's you did not think they were this far ahead of schedule. And then the Pistons, I said it the other night to Chooch, they have specific problems that are going to hinder them. I don't even know if they can make the finals at this rate just because those problems are so significant to me. But if they do, I think that would be a sick finals.
It would be.
The Spurs are right there.
A ton of fun to watch.
Nobody thought it'd
bring back, dude. The way that both those teams play physical defense, that would make that's what so many fans have been asking for, and then they'd probably get it and not even care. But that would be a really fun finals in terms of the physicality and just trying to get to the paint. The Pistons are just a really weird anomaly, fun team to watch, man.
Are they the most you look at their team on paper, and they don't make sense how they're the number 1 seed in the East
at all.
No, there's not enough needle movers, and then adding on to that,
they are, and they're dominant too.
In the scoring too is such you see so many guys when you see a Star Thompson, Ron Holland, you don't think scoring at all.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson still got it.
Yeah, he made a 3 from half court basically last night. He's a flamethrower. The Pistons' problems, I'm not going to get deep into it real quick. Just wanted to say too many fouls, and it's obviously playoff basketball is catered to physicality, so they might get some of those calls. But there are so many games where I'm just that's not even I'm all for beat that guy up, but also you got to be smart with your fouls, especially in the first 5 minutes. And then also just the shooting.
Dude, I think Cade's the biggest hack on the team, by the way. He just shoves guys on the perimeter. But keep going.
He does. And then in the scope of it, those two teams are just, I think it's so refreshing to have a team that's so out of the media. And not saying people don't talk about them. I'm saying, like, you don't see Cade in commercials like you do with the Thunder. You don't see Duran, like, and maybe because they don't have the likability or the marketability that Chet has at this point and Shea has at this point. But those guys are just, they're going to go out there, they're going to play hard. And then on the other side, Wemby is, I'm going to make this take, maybe my favorite superstar in the last 15 years. Like, he literally just goes out there, changes the entire course of every game that he plays, and he doesn't say anything. He was in a Simpsons episode. Like, he's just cool to me. And if he were to win finals this young, I would be 100% in on it. Like, I think he's one of the best players I've ever seen.
I saw a tweet the other day, and just give me a brief, or you can even just give me a one-word thing on how you feel about it. I think the tweet exactly was, the idea of Wemby is way better than how he is right now.
No.
Not even, you don't even think that even for like a couple games? That Knicks game, dude, like,
I think offensively that's absolutely true.
Offensively,
I think people.
Oh yeah, he 100% changes the entire like landscape defensively.
He's the best defender I've ever seen.
Yeah, but
like,
offensively, like, he should be getting to the rim every single thing, and yet you still see him just chucking up shots.
Yeah, he's just not fully developed as a scorer yet. I don't think he fully developed how he wants to attack yet. He's still a great offensive player, but like, it's just not fully put together, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I just think, like you said, try to get to the rim every time, and that's kind of the popular narrative. I think him not getting to the rim every time and him kind of hanging around that mid-range and the three-point, I think it opens up so many more opportunities for guys like Harper, Castle, De'Aaron Fox to attack the rim because they don't have a center down there.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like they don't have Wemby takes away the center, and then I've seen even lineups where they won't play the center on Wemby because they got to have him down underneath, and Wemby plays outside. I think he's one of the best players I've ever seen. You're right. I just don't think in the context, like, the idea of what, like, his ceiling is obviously not hit yet, which is scary. Yeah. So I guess the idea at this point is better, but I also don't have the idea that he's going to have everything figured out at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, my idea of Wemby is that there's going to be some offensive struggles, and then there's also going to be the best defender I've ever seen. So the idea is right where I'm at.
It's not even offensive struggles.
It's not.
It's just like he's not dominant there yet, which is fine.
He's not dominant. He's averaging 25 points per game.
That's what I'm saying.
And he clearly has problems. Like, I won't gloss over. I'm not going to glaze him so much to say there's no problems. There is problems. He takes some dumb shots. Like, he takes some fadeaway mid-ranges where it's like you probably could have gotten to the rim. It's just going to happen, but he's still figuring it out. So, I mean, that tweet isn't fully wrong. I kind of disagree with it because the idea of Wemby right now for me is exactly what I see. A young player who just has the skill to do anything he wants.
I also, final take, he didn't even really dunk on OG. OG just contested it, and he was screaming and stuff like that. Unless you're jumping over 4 minivans, I don't want to see you celebrating a dunk, dude. You can literally just take it and place it in.
I disagree. Again.
I don't like his fake tough guy stuff that he's been. It's not, maybe it's not fake, but I just don't like his attitude. Is that okay?
I mean, that's your opinion.
Like, he was over by the Knicks bench, and no one even touched him, and he was like, "Get off!" I don't know. He's just trying too hard, I think.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm so with this. I'm done with superstars being buddy with each other.
No, I love that he's like that.
Yeah. And he's bringing back the All-Star game. Everything he is doing to the NBA right now is so positive. I didn't know much about him, obviously, before the draft process. I didn't know that he had this mentality where he's he wants to be better than everyone. And guys say that, and then you see Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown dabbing up after the game laughing. No, Wemby's going straight back to the locker room. That's how good he wants to be, especially in a loss. He's not going to be chummy with anyone. So, I mean, the fakes, don't do the fake tough guy stuff where you're hitting people on the sideline. I agree with you with that. But in general, I love that mentality.
Glazing, though.
I'm fully glazing. I was watching him last night, and it's I've watched some Spurs games, but he's been out for some of the year. I don't know what to say.
I love him, man. I do.
I don't know what to say about him.
He's probably my favorite player in the league right now. That's not a Sixer.
He might be for me. Like I said, he's my favorite superstar. I mean, obviously
he's
LeBron,
awesome.
But LeBron, a lot comes with LeBron. especially.
You said likable team. The Spurs have such a likable team. Like I love Harper. I love Castle. I like Vassell.
I love D Fox. I love D.
I like
I don't
Spida.
think Fox has haters.
Or Spida. I like Swipa.
Yeah, no, I that team is very likable. The Pistons are way less likable. I just think
they're the Pistons.
They're like the bad boy Pistons again, which I don't want to. Bad boy Pistons, 2-time champions. I'm not going to give them that title, but that's how they play, and they might have the Wemby rules if they were to play in the finals. I don't know.
Did you see Harrison Barnes woke up with a sore foot and was out, missed like his first game in like 300 games?
I sent you that graphic. I don't know if it was last night or this morning. It just said woke up sore from nap or something.
That's crazy. I didn't even see that. I think he finally just was like, "No, I can't do it today."
He probably just woke up for the first time in 5 years and was like, "Yeah, I can't do it today." That's fine.
How many times do you think these athletes wake up and they're like literally, not to be corny, do I want to be great today? Like being great, going and doing triple workouts. Like the most workout I get is going up the stairs. Like I couldn't imagine going for a triple.
Harrison Barnes, bro, playing
2021,
25 minutes a night at the age of 34. Like it's okay. Like you got it.
364 straight games. This is the headline from AP on AOL. Snooze and lose. San Antonio's Harrison Barnes ends Iron Man streak because of nap injury.
That is pretty good. That's crazy. Wow. I didn't mean to go into a whole NBA topic. I just was watching that game. I've been watching the NBA nonstop, so definitely.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to I don't want to talk more NBA. But I do just want to say you could wait until next week. It's going to. I'm getting close to saying some crazy things about the Hornets.
They're
really
they won
good.
6 straight games by 15 plus.
I think they're really good.
I don't care
Also,
who you're playing.
Are we supposed to talk about Tatum? I'm cool if we don't.
Oh yeah,
I'm really cool.
I'm cool with it too. I mean, he's gonna come back. He's gonna play. I think that's more so like if he's playing. If they keep him going for the next 2 weeks, I think in 2 weeks we'll talk about him and see how he changes. Because the Celtics team without him, realistically, could come out of the East pretty easily, which is scary. So then if you add a 50%, 70% Tatum, we could talk about that in 2 weeks. I think we should move on to our bracket, and then I know we still have to talk about Caleb Wilson. I think that's like an end the show thing, though, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, I also don't. I mean, we can also talk about it now. There's not really. We can talk about it more during March, but I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
it sucks. And UNC, I think they're probably around a 32 ceiling now, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But that was really my only thoughts on it.
Yeah, I like Caleb Wilson. I like his game a lot. Dude, I don't even know where he's going to go in the draft at this point. I thought he was a shoo-in for 4. And A-Cuff now. I don't even know. This draft class is ridiculous. Dude.
I did not fully realize how insane the freshman class is. I knew it was a good one, and I knew it was top-heavy. Dude, 11 or 12 of the top 15 guys are either scoring double digits or impact players. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm so ready. I don't watch all that much college basketball. I watch obviously a couple Duke games. But when I get into my NBA draft bag, I start watching real footage, raw footage. I watch those full games. Then I'll have a take on all those guys. I can't wait. I'm gonna do the mock draft thing like Chooch. I think me, Chooch, and Kate, if you want to do it, we could do a whole mock draft ourselves. I think that'll be really fun.
Yeah, everybody gets a team or something.
Everybody gets a team. Every other pick, whatever. Maybe that's
every 3 picks. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, maybe
you guys are also more than welcome to do. I would love to do an NFL one. I know Wells, it's not really your thing, but Kate, if you want to do that sometime,
yeah,
I don't care. I wanted to start talking about it. So
if you guys want to make a V2, we could upload that too in the future. So I guess we will move on. So obviously it's March. Cade had the idea that we should do brackets instead of the usual draft. I think that's a good idea. Today, we're going to be doing the fast food restaurants bracket. And, Cade, you sent me one online, so we're going to go through this one.
Yeah. The seedings are a little maybe wonky. They got, to spoil alert, they got Arby's in the 1 seed. But
wow. Well, I'm about to start it, so yeah, I guess I'm going to.
Oh, you can shuffle seeding too, so maybe not. I don't know.
We could figure it out. I mean, to be honest, not that we're lazy, but who wants to sit there and make I don't want to sit there and make a full bracket and see these I don't know. It's just a lot of work. for a 20-minute segment.
I'll make. We'll discuss a topic, and I'll make one for next week based on seating and stuff.
We need we came up with the topic today literally 3 hours ago, and we need a little bit to make a bracket, and that's a week-long project. So we're gonna start off, like you said, Arby's versus Jack in the Box. I've never had Jack in the Box.
I've never had either.
I've never had Jack in the Box. I literally despise Arby's. I hate everything about it. I think it's disgusting. But I have to pick Arby's. I can't vote for something I've never had.
I'm not gonna make a crazy take. I mean, Arby's is what Arby's is. It's nothing special. Their chicken cordon bleu sandwich got me going the other night. I'm gonna go with Arby's. It got me hype.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you got the runs or something there.
Oh, I got the runs too. Don't worry. I didn't want to say that on here, but yeah. But their curly fries too. It's a redeemable
I have
quality.
had their curly fries before, but I've never had a sandwich.
The fries are fine.
They're not fine. It's pretty solid. Their curly fries are good curly fries, man.
Bro, they're good.
I'm sorry. It's just you just come on here with so much disrespect. It's that franchise has been working for years. Sorry. Okay, I don't really care about Arby's. So we're gonna go Arby's over Jack in the Box, pretty handedly. Next one up is just weird. Auntie Anne's versus A&W. I thought that was a soda. I didn't think that was just.
Yeah, they got food. They just jumped off of the McDonald's. You know how the McDonald's guy did his thing.
Yeah,
their CEO did one, which is actually kind of pretty good. But I've never had it. And Auntie Anne's, give me those cinnamon little pretzel nuggets. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've never had A&W's food, but Auntie Anne's that's a tough round one matchup, man.
It's a tough one. It's just, and I will explain this for the future. The limitations are tough for me. I'm not just I can't put a pretzel spot over something as big as a restaurant that serves actual food. It's a nice snack. It's a nice snack. I don't know where it falls for me in fast food spots though.
So you're not.
I just think you're overthinking it.
right now.
Would you? No. Oh, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take Auntie Anne's, and I respect their game. I'm just saying it's a pretzel spot. Sure, that's cool when I go to the mall. Do I ever go there to specifically get Auntie Anne's? No. Auntie Anne's, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Let's put some respect on the name, not whatever you want to call it, bro.
Auntie Anne's.
I'm sorry. I'm geeked out right now. I will say this. I will give a shout. Maybe you guys will be like, that's disgusting. The pepperoni ones. I've had those before. It's the pepperonis onto the pretzel. It's an
I haven't had, but it's not crazy.
It's an interesting flavor combo that kind of makes me excited. Okay, so Auntie Anne's. Sorry, I'm sorry. Pretty easily. I don't even know what this one says.
Boston Market.
All right, the Boston Market versus Burger King.
We don't even have to talk about
it. Oh my god. I hate Burger King, bro, and I have to pick it.
I think you hate on Burger King a little too much. I think
the original long chicken sandwiches from Burger King.
That's it. That's all you could get. No, they're so not fire.
Dude, I think their fries are pretty good. I think their fries are one of the better ones.
And granted, and I'm not saying it's anything special. It doesn't touch McDonald's and other spots. Their breakfast is not the worst fast food breakfast I've ever had. The cinnamon toast sticks are fine. The sandwiches are all right when they put it on a croissant. I mean, it's not high tier, but it's not terrible.
Wells, you and I had a couple reps at the Hub Burger King.
We did. We had a couple of reps. I remember you were paying. Remember when you had all your money? You had so much money, and you were going to lose all of it. So you bought my meal. You bought my meal for literally 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so Burger
King chicken
King
sandwiches are decent. They're good. We'll move on. That's all I have nice to say.
Okay, and their mascot's pretty cool. I don't know. That's not a factor, but the king is kind of the guy.
Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah.
Next up, we have Checkers versus Chick-fil-A.
I don't think we even need to talk about this one either.
No,
we don't. Never had Checkers, but Chick-fil-A's good.
Checkers is just a crappy fast food spot.
I've never had Checkers. Chooch knows how I feel about Chick-fil-A. I'm not hating on it.
Horrible take.
I think it's overrated. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I don't know. I think it's pretty solid, but Chick-fil-A pretty easily over Checkers, and then in the next round, which we'll talk about, but probably pretty easily again, Next up, we have Chipotle versus Cinnabon. This is
Cinnabons are good, dude.
This-
but
this is easy.
Well, do not let your hatred of Chipotle into. You just said you couldn't choose
You
Auntie Anne's over an actual meal spot, and you're going to choose cinnamon buns over Chipotle? Don't get
Are
me
you
wrong.
done?
Cinnabon's amazing, but Chipotle is Chipotle.
are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I put up my fingers like this. I was like, this isn't close. Same argument with Auntie Anne's.
Okay.
It's a one-dimensional restaurant. I don't like Cinnabon's good, man. It's solid. It's a good dessert. And I will preface this, I'm not a dessert guy. I told you guys this. I'm a very sweet, so I like chips. I like Cheez-Its when I go for a snack or, whatever. But yeah, I mean, Cinnabon's one-dimensional. Like, it doesn't give you real food.
But that the fastball's humming though.
It is good.
That
It does
cinnamon
keep
bun
hot.
is fire.
It is, but I learned the fastball after 6 swings, man. Okay? That's just how I learned.
It has to be within the last 3 times I had Cinnabon was on my senior trip in Disney, and we decided it was a good idea to get like a dozen cinnamon rolls and then go on like the Hulk roller coaster at Universal, and like it did not sit well.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, pretty easily Chipotle. We've had our bouts. We've had our matchups, me and Chipotle. We fought before, but, I mean, Chipotle's good. When Chipotle's hitting, Chipotle is hitting.
You have maybe the biggest disparity between love and hate with Chipotle. You either are on it or you don't even want to look at it.
Are you saying me specifically? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're completely right. Some days I would text you and be like, we need to go to Chipotle. Some days you'd suggest it and I would puke in my mouth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I love Chipotle when it's hitting. Next up, Dairy Queen versus Jimmy John's.
I've never had Jimmy John's.
It's not good. It's nothing to write home about.
But Dairy Queen,
Dairy Queen's
so
not
bland.
great either. Dairy Queen's fine though.
You're literally just eating the greaser.
Dairy Queen's like a 5. Shout out if you've been watching.
Yeah, dude, it's fine.
Dairy Queen is fine. Jimmy John's, it's like, I don't know. Like, I can make that sandwich in my house. You don't offer me a sandwich where it's like, I need to get that from Jimmy John's. Like, Subway has their cool sandwiches. And does Jimmy John's serve hot sandwiches?
I think so.
No,
No, they don't. They're like,
I don't think they do.
that changes everything. What?
Maybe
Like,
we need a
what?
fact check on that.
Let me see. Does Jimmy John?
Like they're not even toasting anything?
No, I'm pretty sure no.
They did introduce in early 2025 though, so we're not counting that for their entire franchise. We're saying that this is specifically just lunch meats on sometimes stale bread.
Now,
I can make a better sandwich at home.
Dairy Queen's we're looking at entire menu catalogs here, right?
100%.
So they're getting the Blizzard.
They got the Blizzard.
Yeah,
man.
so
That's
that's
it.
not even a conversation. Yeah.
I'm saying.
And then if you want to go food for food, it's like I make a better sandwich in my kitchen when it comes to Jimmy John's,
I've never
and
even
it's
had
cheaper.
Jimmy John's, but I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go Jimmy John's DQ pretty easily. We're gonna go DQ pretty easily just for TikTok. I wanted to say that again. Next up, we have Hardee's versus Five Guys.
Man, inflation hit Five Guys so hard, but it is so good. I think Five Guys is so good.
Yeah, they make just a solid burger.
I haven't had it in years, actually, but it's good.
Because
I'm not paying those prices,
out of there
bro.
paying like $30.
Yeah.
what's gonna kill if Five Guys was actually affordable and it was like a normal restaurant on this list? I mean, it would go far. But what's gonna kill it is definitely the prices. Hardee's, I've never had Hardee's, so it's like I don't know what to say.
Same.
It's like it's kind of like a Checkers. It's just like simple fast food.
Interesting. So I would say pretty easily Five Guys. Also has one of the best memes of all time. We need to talk about it. What does it say? The meme says, "Oh, you don't got Five Guys money. Peanuts for you then." Like I think and it's a picture of a dad took the picture and his son's at the table, and it's like peanuts. You don't got Five Guys money. Peanuts for you then. It makes me laugh every time I see
bro
it.
wanted Five Guys, but ain't got Five Guys money. Peanuts it is, champ.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
never
what
mind.
it is. Peanuts
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
then, champ. Like that is so good. And the image is like not good, which makes it even better. It's a grainy image. It's like, holy, what did you take that on a toaster?
That is a hilarious meme, yeah.
So we got to go with that. Next up, In-N-Out versus White Castle.
Never had either.
Me neither. I've only had the
I'd
microwave.
say In-N-Out, though.
Wow.
In-N-Out
So
looks
this kind of comes
good.
down to me here.
Yeah, it does.
I would
Oh,
go
I've
with
had
you.
both. In-N-Out, dude. I mean, In-N-Out was like that's all you heard. I feel like in the influencer era was people going In-N-Out. Like the burger's nothing special. I would say it's on par with like a Wendy's burger. Their shakes are milkshakes, and their fries are notoriously horrible. Like they don't salt the fries. You're just eating potato. Now the whole thing is like, oh, they have a secret menu. If I'm walking into a place, I don't want to know a secret menu. I want to look at the menu in front of me and know what I'm ordering. White Castle's bad. I know White Castle's bad, but I can knock down 70 sliders like it's nobody's business, and I enjoy it. So this is really hard because like I was so let down about In-N-Out, but their quality of food is better. But like I don't know.
I want to say White Castle too.
Like
Because-
low key, I want to
Oh,
say
man. Are we about to do that?
low key, I want to say White Castle.
I'm cool with it, dude.
Because I don't
Why
know
not?
if it's just because I was like I had such high expectations for In-N-Out and I was so let down. But White Castle just hits the spot. Like I
an
know
East
what White
Coast
Castle
podcast,
is,
bro.
and it does it for me.
So
We're an East Coast podcast, bro. Go
We
White
might be-
Castle.
What an up, dude! This is 15/2 right now.
say it, Kate. I want you to say it because I'm with you.
We're going White Castle over In-N-Out. We're going White
Let's
Castle
ride.
over In-N-Out.
Let's go, dude. We're making a
Dude,
statement.
screw
here.
California too. Screw West Coast.
I agree.
what
I
I'm
agree. Should we do the rest of the side of this bracket, get the champion, then the other side? We kind of got to go a little faster, I think. But I mean,
Let's
this
Other
just
side
go,
first.
go first round, and then let's just keep going. Let's
so go to the other side.
Well, yeah, let's speed it up unless we have a full, strong feeling.
Okay. Next up, we have the Pollo Loco and Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell is top 3.
Thank you, and that is going to be big for the rankings.
Oh, my
coming up.
God.
That is going to be huge.
No,
I
two-
cannot
two-
wait.
Taco Bell here, though. Taco Bell here, though.
No, he hates Taco Bell notoriously.
Wow,
He's stupid.
Taco Bell is so good, dude.
So good.
It's so good.
That's a big swing, dude. This is like politics. That's a swing vote right there. That is a swing state. That is big for the election. Let's go. Taco Bell moves on over the Pollo Loco. I mean, shout out to y'all. I guess y'all are doing good work here on this list. Next up, Subway versus Sonic. It's Subway for me, but Sonic, it's pretty solid. I think I think it's better than Dairy Queen. I think Sonic's pretty solid.
I haven't had Sonic in a really long time. Me and Grunt used to go to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins games, and then his dad would take us to go get Sonic's ice cream, and it was fire back when I was a kid. But Subway.
Yeah, last time I had Sonic, it wasn't too good, but I think they like revamped their entire menu, so it's probably better now. But yeah, Subway.
And you know what? I will respect it too. Sonic's got the tater tot thing going on.
Yeah, they got real crispy tater tots.
And that's not something you see, you know. That's not like a good fry, and that's not like a good burger, and it doesn't mean as much as those. But cool to have a good tater tot. So
Yeah.
we'll still go with Subway, but it's interesting. Next up, some people might see this as like a power bout, like a big matchup, heavyweight matchup. I personally don't. We have Wendy's versus KFC. Yeah, I can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted, Cade. If somebody's
No,
on
I was talking to my nieces. Sorry, they're knocking.
No, that's all right. Yeah, some people would say this is like a heavyweight matchup. I personally don't, but I could see the vision. KFC versus Wendy's.
I think there's one that runs away with it here.
Me too. Chooch?
Oh, God, I'm afraid to talk.
No, now you're the swing vote. Like, what do you think? Because I think me
No,
and
I'm
Kate are thinking
not.
the
I
same.
think you guys are both in agreement that this is a slam dunk for Wendy's, and I think I disagree.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I think it's tight, so it's
I
fine.
want KFC to be good. I really do.
I'm not passionate about them, but they make a damn good chicken sandwich. That's a fact.
I don't think I've ever had their chicken sandwich, but like I want them to be good, and there's just every time I have it, there's something that I'm just left. And I like Wendy's. I think I like Wendy's more than the average enjoyer. I'm a big biggie bag 4 for 4, whatever you want. Me and my friends go to the mall and try to eat the 4 for 4 as fast as you can in front of everybody, and it's great. And I think I do it twice sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a really complete chain. I'm cool with Wendy's winning here.
Really complete. They don't have many that's wrong with it. I have insider information. Both my brother and sister work there. I don't know what that means or anything. I don't really have
dude, apparently I hear they're like going they have like an interim GM like head coach right now, and they're trading away assets.
As long as they don't trade away their biggie bag. The 4 for 4.
Well, they got rid of the 4 for 4.
Would you rather them trade the biggie bag or Kennedy, bro? You probably should have been worried about your family first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, they traded
You're wearing biggie bag over family?
Yeah. Not even to be like that. I love y'all, but still. Okay, so we're going to move on with Wendy's. Next up, Long John Silver's versus McDonald's.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah,
easy, right? Next. Yeah. No comments needed. All right, McDonald's, give us the golden arches. Quiznos versus Steak and Shake. I've never had either.
Steak and Shake.
Me
but
either.
Quiznos, I don't really know if they're around anymore, but I used to go when I was younger when there was one still by me. Wow. They toasted a sandwich
really
damn well. So good. It's some of the best sandwiches I've had.
Nice. I've had Quiznos. It was a while ago, and I did think it was pretty good, so I'll pick them.
I'll go with you guys. I've heard Steak and Shake's pretty good.
If it's like Shake Shack, then it's probably fire.
Maybe I'm getting.
Yeah, Shake Shack isn't on this list.
That's interesting. Shake Shack is amazing.
Steak and Shake with Shake Shack?
What?
Should we replace Steak and Shake with Shake Shack?
I mean, does it? I mean, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just keep it. Yeah, but
yeah, I like that. That's fine.
Yeah, but Quiznos it is. Next up, we have an interesting matchup. 2 different games being played here: Dunkin' Donuts versus Jersey Mike's.
Easy answer for me.
Easy. I don't think this is easy.
Super easy.
I know this is easy for you, but you're also a white
one
girl.
of these places is Dunkin's a part of my life, man. Like I don't go there as much as I don't frequent it like I used to, but I'm a big Dunkin' fan. I think they got good coffee, man.
Before you say anything, Kate, I'm going to go with Jersey Mike's just because, I mean, I'm a big entree guy, and, I mean, I'm not a big coffee guy. That's really all there is to it, you know? The world runs on Dunkin'. I don't run on Dunkin'. Dunkin's fine. Dunkin's really good. They have the marketability. I know Dunkin' logo from anywhere. They're kind of like the Golden Arches. I'm going Jersey Mike's.
I like a Dunkin' breakfast sandwich too, bro. I really do.
Yeah, that's
big on Dunkin'.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're just so different makes this really hard. But like Dunkin's also getting me at a good time because I'm kind of off sandwiches, and I would normally get an Italian from Jersey Mike's, but I had an Italian a couple weeks ago, and I threw up blood after. Not because of the Italian, but I am just so turned off to Italians right now. Not the people, the sandwiches. But man, is a Jersey Mike's cheesesteak good? But I can get sandwiches somewhere else. I think Dunkin' just gives you. Call me whatever you want. I love a good iced caramel latte. Give me a donut. Get me some munchkins. I can deal with the breakfast sandwiches. I'll go Dunkin'.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Like that might have been the
Jersey
hardest
Mike's is
matchup.
good. I don't want to act like they're not. Jersey Mike's is really good.
That might have been the toughest matchup of the entire first round.
I agree. I'm not mad at that though. Like I said, either way, they play different games. One day I might prefer Dunkin'. The other day I might prefer Jersey Mike's. Next up, this should be a clean sweep, I hope. Panda Express versus Panera Bread.
I've never had Panda.
You should have Panda.
Panda's special.
But yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Panda wins that. Last time I had Panera a couple weeks ago, and I was really let down actually.
It used to be so good. It's not anymore. That's
Yeah,
really
it
the
used to.
truth of it, and the prices are crazy. So that's an easy no for Panera for me.
This is a big swing state for me too, just because I know Chooch is with me with the Panda stuff. I know you haven't had it, Cade, but that could go pretty far, I think. But for right now, go Panda Express. Next up, we have Popeyes versus Whataburger.
Never had Whataburger.
Same.
Me either.
So
Popeyes is
gets
good,
the
though.
bye.
Popeyes is good, and I think that's going to be a good matchup next round. So
Yeah.
looking forward. That's pretty exciting. We'll go back to the other side of the bracket. Arby's versus Auntie Anne's.
Again, I've never had Arby's, so I think for me it has to be Annie Ann's.
It's Annie Ann's anyways, Chief. I promise.
I will, like I said, I defended Arby's. I'll go Auntie Anne's too. I mean,
Wow.
they I'm telling you, the diversity it's a problem. What they provide to you is a problem. If you don't acknowledge that problem, you're clearly closing your eyes. But
They're a one-dimensional team.
they're a one-dimensional team. They do that one dimension really well, but is it the most important dimension? I don't think so. Burger King versus Chick-fil-A, another pretty easy one, I think.
Yeah, it's Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A, keep it moving. Chipotle versus DQ, another easy one.
Yeah, Chipper.
This is getting pretty easy. White Castle versus Five Guys.
Yep. That's easy for me. I don't know.
Hey,
I've never.
we
I
wanna
just
throw-
haven't had Five Guys enough. And like,
Yo, dude, you could rip White
it's
Castle.
so
I don't.
hypocritical for me to say like Five Guys is legit just a burger I can make at home when White Castle is like dog meat. But like, I think I'm going White Castle.
All right, well, it doesn't matter anyways because I'm gonna
All
go
right.
Five Guys. So,
All right.
but that is really funny. So next round matchups for that, just for the future: Auntie Anne's versus Chick-fil-A and Chipotle versus Five Guys. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, Elite Eight.
Subway versus Taco Bell.
It's not even close for me.
Subway by a mile.
Not even close. It's not even
Taco
close.
Bell. And it's
It's
not
Taco
close.
Bell any day, time of
Move
day.
on, bro.
What's your order when you go? If you go to Taco Bell, what is your order?
Bro, I've tried all these different things. I swear to you,
You-
the tacos is ass.
like one thing.
ass.
Get a chicken.
I got the
chalupa.
grilled cheese burrito the one time when me and Wells got back late and I was starving, so that probably contributed. It wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Get a chicken chalupa.
They're good too.
I've
Yeah,
never had
chalupas are
that.
good.
I had the quesadillas. It was like, God damn, bro.
They look like a floppy disk sometimes,
Yeah, man, I'm not with it, but
but
yeah,
it's gonna,
keep going.
gonna happen. Swing state, baby. Wendy's versus McDonald's, heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, this is a
Heavyweight.
heavyweight matchup, but I mean, it's McDonald's for me.
I'm pretty easy McDonald's here.
Yeah,
It's heavyweight though. These two franchises are
Oh, yeah,
both
for sure.
consensus
yeah,
top
they're
five,
two
top 10.
blue bloods. Two blue bloods.
Two blue bloods. Yeah, so we'll go with McDonald's. Quiznos versus Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin'.
Duncan.
World runs on Dunkin', baby. Next up, Panda Express versus Popeyes.
Popeyes makes me feel terrible. Like it's automatic that TMI. I have to be within like a bathroom within 30 minutes after I eat it. But it is so damn good going down. And they got like
that's
those
hard.
strawberry lemonades, dude. Ooh, give me a chicken sandwich. I would go Popeyes.
That's actually so hard.
It's
I've also
so
never
tough.
had Panda Express though, so
I'm gonna go Panda Express. I think when it comes to, and it's like, and they say it too. At least they're acknowledging it. It's American Chinese food, which like it's not just, they're not trying to be authentic. The orange chicken, I get the honey walnut shrimp. The rice is good. Everything for me, I love that spot. I'm going Panda.
It's not fair to Popeyes, but I just never had it as much as I had Panda when we were at college. Like me and Wells would make the Panda trip at least once a month, and like, oh man, it was so good. I haven't had Popeyes enough recently, man. It sucks, but Popeyes is really good from what I used to have. But I gotta go Panda here.
fair.
Was Panda ever bad when we got it too? Like, sir,
I
sometimes
never, not once in my life.
yeah, it's never been bad. Like the chicken's always good. Sometimes the rice is a little dry, whatever. But yeah, Panda Express. But like Popeyes is great too. It's a great matchup right
fair.
there. Next
We got
up,
our
we have
Elite Eight.
we're at the Elite Eight. We have Auntie Anne's versus Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's Chick-fil-A.
Good for Annie Ann's though. Glad
Yeah.
it got the respect it deserved.
A nice little Elite Eight run for them.
They had a pretty easy schedule, man.
Yeah, they got
for
they're-
sure,
They're,
but-
they're Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, they are. they have one quad 2 win. So we'll go with Chick-fil-A. Chipotle versus Five Guys. pretty easy when you put everything into it.
Yeah.
If I was going White Castle over Five Guys, then Chipotle, yeah.
Yeah, Chipotle. On the other side of the bracket, we have Taco Bell versus McDonald's.
Dude, this is like
This is about to be so
this is the
about
national
to be so
championship.
disrespectful.
this might be the national championship.
I think it is because we have the swing here. It's just where do we go with this? And I feel bad for Chooch because it's almost like, what does he do? But I mean, it's just he doesn't respect a
I could
great
just
program.
watch, bro. I could just watch.
Watch greatness.
All right. Well, so let's talk it out here a little bit. Taco Bell is really damn good. But does it have the ceiling of McDonald's? Like McDonald's, the only thing that's swinging me a little bit with McDonald's is sometimes I have it and I'm like, I'm all set for the rest of my life. But then sometimes I have it and it's crack cocaine.
I think, but also too, I think that would be unfair to say it's not the same thing with Taco Bell. I don't get good Taco Bell every time. I'm not trying to sit here and act like it doesn't have flaws. Sometimes it's unedible.
But
inedible,
the difference
whatever.
with me is I eat Taco Bell and I'm not sure the same day I can go back and get Taco Bell again. I can with McDonald's.
What do you
I
mean?
just want to throw out there: does Taco Bell have an off-speed equivalent to like a McFlurry? I'm just saying.
I'm not with the McFlurry.
It's
They
just
sell
like,
a little
it's ice
desserts,
cream.
but I'm also not with the McFlurry too, Wells.
Oh man, it's ice cream. Like,
I'm
what
just-
are we
They have
talking
little
about?
desserts for sure.
I believe me, it's just like I'm looking at this from every perspective. It's like my entree at McDonald's versus my entree at Taco. I'm breaking everything down. I will say this. I'll give my take. I'll kind of swing it. Chooch, we're gonna move on with McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right? And I really think the sides are the biggest thing. Because the entrees, I personally like Taco Bell more. I like Mexican food more. But then I also think the entrees are really good at McDonald's. But then the sides with the fries and the McNuggets. And then there's no real good sides besides the nacho fries, in my opinion, on Taco Bell side. That's the biggest thing. It's like
We don't really
entree,
need sides with Taco
Gotta
Bell.
tap in. Nacho fries, also good.
amazing.
I will give that. I will give
You're
that
right.
respect.
Taco Bell, you could get like a side soft shell taco. So you don't need necessarily the
You
traditional
want to
sides.
throw up everywhere.
No. See, I won't handle the disrespect. I'm going to go with McDonald's. So that swings it. Cade, what would you have gone?
McDonald's, but Taco Bell, dude, like
It
that could have gotten to the championship depending on certain matchups.
that could have won it.
Taco Bell, I don't know if it could have won it, but it was definitely could have been in the Natty.
Okay. So we're going with McDonald's. Chooch, you're relieved of Taco Bell. Next up, we have Dunkin' versus Panda.
Oh, these are both near and dear to my heart.
I've never had Panda, so this is you guys.
Chooch, are you
Slightly
just going to
fun.
make it easy and go Dunkin' with Cade? Because I don't want to have
No,
to
you
You don't
Or
have to.
Panda.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
No, I know. I'm gonna. It's just I know he wants to go Panda. Dude, Panda's food is definitely better, but like I gotta take it all into account. Like
Of course.
I've got to go Dunkin', man. I got to.
I'm fine with it. I didn't mean to disrespect Dunkin' early, and they do different things, but
I know.
I think I voted against Dunkin' every time besides against, well, I guess it's only been a couple rounds, but I mean, Jersey Mike's and then Quiznos was easy. Dunkin' moves on, though. I respect it. I have to. Big matchup here. Chick-fil-A versus Chipotle.
Yeah, dude. Now this might be the I lied. This is the actual championship.
You know
These are
my take.
These are my top two.
I don't know your take.
But I think I love Chick-fil-A, but I can get tired of Chick-fil-A. I don't know if I get tired of Chipotle.
And I think that's what's gonna separate it for me as well.
Yeah.
Like I could frequent Chipotle. I could eat that literally 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Chipotle pretty easily. I think for me, Chick-fil-A, I have it once, I'm good for 2 months. Like
I think
legitimately.
it's like, dude, Chick-fil-A's like actually fast food though. Like Chipotle is. Are we deeming like? I don't know.
I'm with it as fast food. I mean, it doesn't
Chick-fil-A
have
is
like,
so good though, man.
Chick-fil-A is fire.
But Chipotle.
Yeah, I gotta go Chipotle.
if it's on the list, I understand that argument Chooch, but I mean, everyone considers it fast food. Not everyone considers
Yeah.
it, but I mean, all these lists have Chipotle, so we just got to play off the list. So Chipotle's in the championship. Next side, I think this is pretty easy. McDonald's versus Dunkin', but it's. I mean, they're too
It's
heavy.
hard for me, honestly, but McDonald's wins.
Yeah, McDonald's.
McDonald's, yep. So it's McDonald's versus Chipotle. I think maybe in the back of our minds, we always knew it was going to be this. I think maybe we did.
It's hard because, like we said earlier with other things, like two totally different cuisines, two totally different vibes, two totally different experiences.
I feel like this is like, oh, dude, the left would absolutely pick Chipotle.
I don't know, man. You guys know my answer. I said this the last three matchups. You know my answer because of how washy I am on one of them. The other one, it could be a little washy, but it's consistent for the most part.
Damn, man. So, Chooch, I mean, I think I know my pick, so I would like to hear you talk it out.
Okay. The quality of the meal that you're going to eat when you walk away from Chipotle is going to be questionable. I think that's probably the biggest factor going against Chipotle is like there's definitely bad days and there's definitely good days. And I think you got to tip the cap to the consistency that McDonald's is going to bring you. Like, you know what you're getting. That's for sure. The highs of Chipotle, McDonald's can't even conceive. Maybe you want to factor in the convenience of a McDonald's when you could walk into Chipotle and they're out of everything on the menu. Or it's like, hey, yeah, you want chicken? You're gonna have to give me 5 because we're cooking it right now.
Or you're just going to have to give me another $5 because we're not giving you more than a spoonful.
And you know what? We can't really bring up the workers because, I don't know, I don't want to air everyone out. McDonald's workers are questionable. But the Chipotle workers are right there, too, where it's like, holy shit, you're making my chicken. Who are you? Back
you're
there.
making my life so hard.
And also, too,
man.
consider the breakfast. I think that's a big thing we haven't mentioned. McDonald's breakfast, absolutely A tier when it comes to fast food.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. The
I'm
hot
not a
cakes,
fast food breakfast guy.
I am. Well, I don't get it a lot,
I think I am.
but I am. I think it's so good. The
Sausage, egg, and cheese
McMuffins.
McMuffin is gonna hit. Every
Yeah,
single
that is
time,
so
bro.
good, though.
It's
That
gonna
is
hit.
so
Every
Oh,
single
good. The
time.
hot cakes, pancakes, whatever you want to call them, they're fire. I mean, they're pancakes, but they're good. So just keep that in mind. Make your decision, though.
I just think I have to plant my flag with Chipotle at the end of the day.
Fair.
Like it's my favorite. Like if anyone came up to me and was like, "Yo, let's roll to McDonald's," versus someone was like, "Yo, we're rolling Chipotle," like, bro, if someone texts me, "Let's hit Chipotle tonight," I'm gonna start like floating. I am so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
And that's with all the negatives that it has. Like, I don't care.
Cade.
So, wow, it comes down to me, the dramatics. Out of every single restaurant on this list, if you ask me right now, hey, what food do you want? I would say Chipotle. And you cannot go wrong with Chipotle. It is unbelievable. Me and my buddies will sit in a Chipotle for 2 hours every time and just enjoy the food. We'll chat, we'll reminisce, we'll laugh because the food is just that enjoyable. The chips, if they sold those chips in retail at Walmart or something, I would literally eat 15 bags a day. The chips are unbelievable. The meals are unbelievable. But there is a variable where, depending on which one you go to or what time you go, it kind of either is too messy or it's not, the proportions aren't right, or maybe it's not as good as normal. And also, I went last night, I mixed my bowl up, right? I mixed my bowl up a good bit, so this definitely made it look a little bit different. This was my bowl untouched. I don't know if you can fully see. There's
right.
half food in there.
That's not right.
There's barely half the
Yep.
bowl filled in there. With that being said, I do think that it is the best food, no doubt. But if you're the flexibility, you can plug and play McDonald's wherever and whenever you want. You're driving in the car on a road trip. I'd rather have McDonald's. Like, McDonald's can fit there more than Chipotle. you're going out real quick, stopping on the way home from a store, McDonald's is easier than Chipotle. I think I have to go McDonald's.
Honestly, I'm so happy it won, even though I didn't pick it. Like, it should win.
I think I have to go McDonald's. Just it's the quality. No one here is saying that McDonald's food is the quality of Chipotle, but it definitely hits the spot. And I'm never disappointed to have McDonald's. I'll say that.
When you're drunk, what are you door dashing? What is always there? Like you said, with the road trip and with let's get food before we go drink. Let's get food after we drink. What's always there?
I can't eat Chipotle before I drink. I'll be on the toilet all night.
Yeah, true.
It's a little heavier, right? You get a quick McChicken, which is always my go-to. You get a burger, you get some fries.
Disgusting. Tastes like fish.
A terrible take.
No, bad take.
Terrible take.
But they're $3 now.
Yeah,
so
no.
Now it's like, okay, you might be onto something.
If I'm paying $10 for a large fry and 2 McChickens, it's like that something's gone wrong. So
yeah, right.
I'm glad McDonald's won. I think it will always win. I guess no, not like always, but that was good. That was fun. That was long too. We did that for like a half hour.
That was fun.
There's a lot to say about all those restaurants.
That's passion.
That's passion. That is passionate,
man.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was a great episode. A lot of talking points, a lot of TikToks to edit. I'm excited for that. We kind of ran out of content this week, so I was scrounging between the last 2 episodes. Yeah. Wait, real quick, we got to do it. The clown of the week. We almost forgot.
Ooh,
we're at 2 hours and 5 minutes though. We got to be quick because this is just ridiculous.
Dude, I don't even have one. Who's acting out this week?
Oh, I had one last night. I forgot because I was like, I gotta say it.
I mean, Dylan Brooks is a good one, dude. Like, why are you getting DUI still, man? Like you can literally pay anybody to drive you somewhere.
I didn't even see you got DUI. I saw the mugshot from somebody's private. Wow, that might be clown of the week then. Who did I have?
McDonald's CEO is up there too, dude. Just a bot.
Yeah.
I think that might have to be it because he's getting clowned everywhere. Burger King clowned him. You said another restaurant clowned him.
If A&W is getting in on clowning you, you've really messed up.
Wow, that's all right. So I think we're gonna go clown of the week, McDonald's CEO.
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
How do you post that video? How do you have multiple editors look at that and be like, "This is the video that's gonna make people want to eat this"?
Brutal.
Dude. So they just won our championship, and then their leader,
they just won our championship and then got clown of the week.
That's an impressive duality of man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, hey, the Mavs made the finals with Nico Harrison as their GM.
Yeah, he might have been clown of the year that year, or I guess last year, right? Okay, I forget who I was gonna say. I think I had a good one. I think it was funny, but whatever. Clown of the week, McDonald's CEO. Book it down. All right, Chooch, your send off remarks. That's another staple of the pod.
God. Yeah, I know. I forget that this is a thing every week.
It's just you don't have to have any. Just what are you thinking? It could be about anything.
I don't know, man. Okay, so we had our little group chat of me, you, and Smitty. Kind of like had a night this week. A night is like probably 15 minutes, but. We were in there chatting about when we were living together, back when we used to just rip 2K all the time, and we were sending videos, and like they were fun, and this is like some borderline basic advice. It's not necessarily college related. It's just like don't take this time for granted, man. When you're young and like you just have time available to do whatever you want, like live with your friends, man. Like it's fun. Like I don't know, just. Do fun things. Don't waste your time when you're young because you probably won't have as much later on.
We're already seeing it where it's like we just work and then you're still in school and then we got nothing going on. So I love that advice. We were doing that. That made me a little sentimental. I don't want to burst into tears right now, but yeah, no, I love that. Cade, do you have anything to say to the audience or no? This isn't a normal thing that I usually don't care.
No, not really. I second what Chooch said, especially if I want to live with my friends from home so bad. Like, So bad, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man. Do
what
what
you
you
gotta
can.
Yep.
Be like Wells. That's what a lot of people say.
Nobody
Aiden's
says that.
battery is less than 20%. I just got that notification. That's weird. That's crazy.
Dude, it wasn't low when we started.
Yeah, no,
It's a
me
long-
neither.
It's a good chunk of episode
Good
here.
chunk of episode. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. Holy gosh, that is a long episode. Thank you for anybody who's still listening. McDonald's CEO, just make a better video next time and we'll be good. See you next week. See you guys.